Your attention, please. We have a Lincoln Town Car with tag number 2745K. Again, a Lincoln Town Car with tag number 2745K. You are parked in a reserved spot. Please move your vehicle before it is towed. Thank you.
We love Friday Night Lights. With DE Fastlink's high-speed internet, we're more than just a fast and reliable connection. We're a part of the community, supporting our local teams and sharing every unforgettable moment. DE Fastlink, proudly supporting our local teams and keeping you connected to the moments that matter.
I'm not. We'll sneak in between them. Keep looking at me like that. Keep looking at me like that. We're cleaning bleachers out. I'm ready, boy. I just saw y'all sitting up here and I told you, I said, bye.
Be the last one standing, 2 hands in the air like a champion. You'll be looking up at me when it's over. I live for the battle, I'm salted. Yeah, I'm a fighter like Rocky. Put your flag on your back like Ali. And I'm the greatest, I'm strong.
What did you talk to me when I was on the phone? Feel like your wife. What did you talk to you while he's on the phone? I'm gonna start doing the same thing.
Three, two, one. And good evening and welcome to Mustang Stadium. I am Matt Reed here for the Mustang Network alongside Kelly Dill. Be calling tonight's game, and it looks like a good crowd so far tonight, Kelly.
Yeah, and for the people that don't know this, Northeast runs something that they call a wing T, which is something that a lot of people do not run anymore. The spread has really taken over, and that's where most of them have switched over to.
Right.
But they are a run-heavy team, so
Right.
the Mustangs have got to be ready to.
Yeah, and just my experience with that wing T. You know, I worked at Northeast for a while, and Coach Miller's done a great job with Northeast. But they will slip in a little play action pass every now and then. So really have to be on your toes if you're on that Cecil Hicks defense. But should be a great matchup tonight. Hey, we're gonna come back for a break. After about a 3-minute break, we're gonna have a pregame interview with Coach Reynolds.
Recently, we've been letting athletes here work in the office at West Jones. It hasn't been going so well.
Hey, Teddy, you
Yes,
have
ma'am.
those copies ready?
I hate when you did that.
Just let him cook.
601 Sports is now open for business in Laurel. At Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store, you'll find everything from hunting gear and athletic equipment to apparel and gifts. Come visit us today at 2139 Highway 15 North in Laurel. 601 Sports, we're a family business that's proud to serve Mississippi.
Looking for the perfect ring or a trusted jeweler? Hill's In-House Jewelers has you covered. Owned by Laurel natives Jeff and Courtney Hill, they've been serving the community since 2010. From engagement rings to fine jewelry, custom designs to expert repairs, every piece is crafted and cared for on-site, never mailed out. Discover the largest selection of bridal jewelry in Laurel, right here at 1104 Sawmill Road. Hill's In-House Jewelers, all the sparkle, all in-house.
I love the kids. I have several siblings of students that I've taught throughout the years, and so it's great to see full circle how some of these kids have come from their siblings. I love being from West Jones because a lot of my kids, former and current, I get to see out in the community. They work at the restaurants, the businesses. A lot of them come to the sporting events that my own children play in. And so it's a sense of community, whether you're at the school or outside the school, because we see each other and we support each other. And my kids know that I love them and I love seeing them succeed inside of school and outside of school.
And we are back here on the Mustang Network. Matt Reed alongside Kelly Dill. Playing of the national anthem has just happened. Cheerleaders are on the field. I don't see football players yet, but we are close, Kelly, to week 2 of this high school season.
Man, it just feels good to be back country. Just two, like you said, just two cross-county rivals just going at it again. And this will definitely be a good one tonight, Coach Reed.
Absolutely, Kelly. This rivalry goes back almost 70 years. It's a very storied rivalry. You know, it's kind of come in waves for both teams, but Mustangs certainly have the edge over the past 15 years.
So this week we have Community Bank working to meet all of your concession needs. Please visit Nice Folks Community Bank in the concession stand.
So for the Mustangs, looking at their offense, it really comes down to two players. And talking to Coach Reynolds in the coaches show, if you haven't seen the coaches show, two players on the offense, Tootie Lindsay and Bill Cooley. We will have more on those players later. But when you play a Northeast Jones team, you know, they're always going to be well coached to play physical. They're going to play fast. They're not always going to have a lot of size, even though their defensive line has a good bit of size this year. But we actually caught up with Coach Reynolds on our coaches show to discuss Northeast Jones. So
Coach Reynolds, when you look at this week's game, what are some things you've noticed on film regarding Northeast Jones, a team that runs the wing T offense and runs, they're predominantly run heavy, but they can, of course, beat you with the long ball after they've baited you in. What are some things you've noticed on film about them and some things we'll try to maybe exploit this week?
And Coach Miller's done a real good job since he's taken over the head coach. Like you said, they're a wing T team. It's a foot-to-foot, pound it, grind it, really going to put it in your lap and see if you really want to be interested in playing football that night. And it's kind of like playing an option team. You have assignment football. You've got to get penetration. You got to know your job. You got to get those linemen cut down. You've got to be able to spill it. Got to keep them out of 3rd and 2 short yardage situations. We got to get them behind the chains because when they do have to throw the ball, that type of offense, it makes it really hard on them. And for us, we got to make sure, no assignment, get lined up and make the tackle. We got to have clean tackles. We can't just go up and hit people. We got to go ahead and get them tackled and get them on the ground and get them out of their routine.
Right. And on the defensive side of the ball, very well coached, very disciplined on that side. Their defensive line is obviously their strength. They have some rather large players over there that are always what seems to be in the backfield. Last year we went over there. It was a close game there right before halftime. We blew it open in the second half. But from an offensive point of view for us, what are some things we need to do to kind of offset that play of their defensive line?
It goes back to getting a hat on a hat and executing the play on offense. Take what they give us. Those guys are big up front. Coach Eastland coached with us for years over here, is coaching over there now, and got them playing really hard. And so whenever you're big and physical and play hard and know what you're doing, makes it fun, makes us where we have to make sure we're executing every play. Don't get us in a bad situation as a play caller. Take what they give us. Really just go out and execute, what we've studied film for the week and how we've practiced.
Right. With this being a county game, there's a lot of chatter during the week, between players, some of it friendly, some of it not so friendly. But what's a way that you keep our kids focused going into these county games? They play 3 in a row to start the year. Laurel's been checked off the list. Now we turn our attention to Northeast Jones, coming off a tough loss last week, hosting South Jones. How do you keep our kids focused and not letting the outside noise, get into their head during the week?
Like you said, we start the season off with 3, county rival games, and that's what makes this area fun. Like you play against people people you've played with, heck, relatives, go to church with them. It really makes it fun if you really get into it. Then you got all the bets, wagers, he said, she said in the bleachers or at church, at work, and that's what makes football fun. And our message is always, rule number 1 is do the right thing at the right time. I mean, you come out and practice, ignore the outside noise, don't do anything that's going to harm our team, and then handle yourself with class. And that's, once again, off the field, social media, all that stuff. Just don't buy into the rat poison and all that stuff. Have fun with it, but understand we got a job to do on Friday. And then the big thing is, like I was saying, is do your job. We talk about all the kids on the team. Everybody's got a role and know your job, whether you're the starter, whether you're the backup, whether you're Mikey in the manager's crew. I mean, you got to roll and do your job. And this game is, takes one sprained ankle. It takes one helmet coming off, and you're the next guy up, and you got to be ready. And so things get heated, things happen, and sometimes you got to get kids separated, get them off the field, and I like that too. And so whoever the next one up's got to be ready, and then we preach to them, you don't have to get ready if you're already ready. And so it's going to be fun. I'm excited about it. As players and coaches, it makes it fun. It gives you bragging rights for the rest of the year. None of them are division games, so we won't see them again in the playoffs. So, we're getting everybody's best shot early in the year in the county, and then we're rooting for them the rest of the way. I mean, it's just kind of like your cousins and coming over to your mama's house playing in the backyard. You don't want to lose to them in anything, but then you want to go and support them in everything else they're doing. So that's kind of how it is. We want them to do good every game except the one we play them.
Right.
So we are back here on the Mustang Network. You heard that interview from Coach Reynolds. Kelly, he's confident in his team's ability tonight to stop the wing T offense. So captains are out on the field. I believe Northeast Jones Tigers have won the toss but deferred to the second half. So West will get the ball, and we'll get to see number 7 on the field under center first thing. So as far as I'd like to recognize our coaching staff tonight, of course, head coach, Coach Corey Reynolds, in his 3rd year at West Jones. Offensive coordinator David Parker, Dennis Crosby coaching wide receivers, Sam Boover coaching H-backs. Last one on the offensive side of the ball, Cody Wyndham. Birthday shout out to Cody Wyndham, turned 40 today. Looking for a nice birthday present with a win over the Tigers tonight. So on the defensive side of the ball, Cecil Hicks, defensive coordinator. Adam Thompson coaches DBs. Lance Line is over from Mize to coach the defensive line. Reese Pitts, student coach for the defensive line. JP Varnell coaches the kickers and is the team chaplain. Athletic trainers for tonight are Natasha Hayes and Joel Pierce. How about our officiating crew? Head referee is Larry Green. Umpire Narada Buxton. Linesman Tevin Fairley. Line judge Randall Michael. Side judge Nick Gavin. Field judge Gabriel Thompson. And Orlando Patterson. 42nd clock is Jason Pope. So we're about 4 minutes away from kickoff. Mustangs are about to bust through the sign, so are the Tigers. Lights are flashing. Friday night football is back. And with that, we're gonna let you see the Mustangs come onto the field. Then we're gonna take a short break and be back for the kickoff. There come the Tigers. Tigers visiting from the east side of the county, heading down 84 East. Tigers dropped last week's game to South Jones in a close one, and the homestanding Mustangs are out in their all-green unis, Northeast in white tops and bottoms with black helmets. And we are almost ready to get things started. 3.5 minutes. We'll be right back here on
Coach Reynolds, when
For Northeast Jones will be number 31.
we are back here on the Mustang Network. Looks like Colin Bartran is set to kick things off, number 31 for Northeast. Back to receive the kick is Caleb Holmes, number 6. Holmes with a big week last week. Holmes is a guy, Kelly, who plays on all 3 sides of the ball. Playing a lot of snaps for the Mustangs so far this year.
Yeah, Coach Reed, once you get him going, you cannot stop him.
So the smoke has not yet cleared Mustang Field, but we're going to play some football anyway. Helmets are raised, and here comes the opening kick. Bartran's kick is going to be fielded at the 20. And number 11 for West Jones going to make a move. That's Braden Powell. Braden Powell going to be upended around the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 Mustangs, make it 31. So Northeast known for this year for being big up front. The guy to watch up front is number 91, Carson Lyons. Carson's a big guy out there, number 90, number 93. Those are some big guys for the Tigers up front. But they've got their work cut out for them, too, because that big offensive line for West Jones is nothing to shake a stick at. Malik Woodland, Brandon Broadhead also up front on that defensive line. 4 wide receivers, Holmes to Tootie Lindsay's left.
Lindsay's pass complete.
And a little dump pass to Jay-Z Gray.
Gain number 1 yard on the play. Brings up a
Not much doing there. Gain of 1, going to be 2nd down and 9.
You know, usually you'd see them try to run the ball right out the gate, but today I guess they're trying to throw them off a little bit.
Lindsay trying to get Northeast to jump. Nothing doing. Big guy here to watch is Chandler Watson. Watson had a couple of big opportunities last week and couldn't make the best of them. He's going to hope to get back on track tonight. Holmes lined up behind Lindsay. Option and dangerous pitch out to Holmes. And after a gain of about 2, Holmes is going to be dropped. He's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Yeah, Coach Reed, that was a dangerous pitch. I mean, not really a pitch that you want to make with defenders that close.
Yeah, Mustangs certainly fortunate to hold on to the ball there. Best thing might have been to just keep it. But Mustangs do retain possession. 3rd down and 6. 3 wide on the right. Looks like a flag is down. Pass is complete to Holmes. Makes the move. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. But I think this one's coming back, Kelly.
Holding is the indication against West Jones.
Looks like holding against West Jones as Tootie was scrambling. And that's going to back the green and gold up 10 yards. Holding is the call.
Yeah, that's gonna.
So Lindsay only completed 3 passes out of 12 last week. That's one that he would have liked to have, but the holding penalty is going to shoot the Mustangs in the foot. So trips right, one wide receiver to the left as Lindsay gets the call from the sideline. Parker Barefoot lined up in the slot. As Lindsay's going to scramble, another flag is down in the backfield in the area of holding.
There's a penalty flag on the field.
And on 3rd and long, Lindsay able to get away for a decent gain. But officials looking to see what Coach Milner wants to do.
Holding is the indication against
Holding
West
is the
Jones.
call.
Holding is the indication against West Jones.
So Coach Brian Milner, in his 2nd year as the coach of Northeast Jones, is going to choose to back the Mustangs up.
Penalty spots the ball.
These are 2 costly penalties for West Jones. It's going to come back and bite them later in this one.
Maybe some miscommunication. Northeast now saying they declined the penalty. And so it will bring up 4th down, and we'll send on the punt team for the Mustangs. So going to be about 4th down and 6. Looks like number 17, Dekai Rogers, back to return for Northeast. Leo Stinson's punt is away. It's an end-over-end punt, but it's going to get a Mustang bounce. Really nice punt, fielded at the 20, and going to be brought down out of bounds by number 21.
Out to the Tiger 24-yard line. Northeast Jones takes over. 1st and 10.
21 on the tackle. That was Lakias Martin. So now we see Tiger offense going to be led by Cade Mazingo watching Mazingo throw, Kelly, in warm-ups, looks like he's got a nice arm.
Yeah, you know, they're known for the running, but Mazingo's not afraid to sling it downfield.
Yeah, so very, like you said in pregame, wing T offense, old school, smash mouth football. That looks like we have some movement up front.
Penalty flag on the field. Penalty flag on the field.
Both sides appeared to jump. Not sure who was first.
Start is the indication against
Looks like it was a false start.
Remains first down, 15 yards
So
to go.
early penalties, Kelly, from both teams, pushing them back in deep in their own territory.
Yeah, there's 2 holding calls for West Jones. It was costly for them, forcing them to punt.
Handoff going to go to Pugh. That's A.J. Pugh for a nice gain.
The ball carrier.
Gain of about 9 on the play.
Taken out of bounds at the Tiger 27-yard line. Brings up a Tiger second down.
Pugh, the top running back for the Tigers this year. Also a member of the soccer team is Pugh.
Yeah, they're not afraid to run it, Coach Reed.
Mazingo takes a snap, hands off again to Pugh. He's on the right side again. And Tigers see something on the right side of that offensive line. First down run for Pugh.
You can just see the momentum after that turnover just going northeast way right now, Coach Reed.
Coach Hicks calling in the plays. Very experienced defensive coordinator. Legend here at West Jones. And no secret to what they're doing. Wing T is an offense, Kelly, where on any given play, 3 or 4 guys can get handed the ball. But so far, the Tigers are choosing to stick with Pugh.
Yeah, as a top guy, as a running back, I don't see any regret with just giving the ball to him and let him doing the work right now.
So second down and about 3. A lot of guys up near the line of scrimmage don't want to get lulled to sleep by this Tiger run game. So it looks like timeout on the field by the Tigers.
Looks like they may have had a little miscommunication with guys coming in and out.
And with the Mustang Network, we'll be back. .601 Sports is now open for business in Laurel. At Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store, you'll find everything from hunting gear and athletic equipment to apparel and gifts. Come visit us today at 2139 Highway 15 North in Laurel. 601 Sports, we're a family business that's proud to serve Mississippi. As we are back here on the Mustang Network, I'm Matt Reed alongside Kelly Dill. Second down and 3 for the Tigers, who have put together somewhat of a drive so far. About 20 yards gained so far, all through the run game, Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, they're known for running the ball. They're not afraid to run it, and especially when it's going their way, they're just not going to stop.
This time it's Caleb Magruder for another Northeast Jones first down. But wait a minute. Late flag on the play came flying in from the back judge. That was sophomore running back Caleb Magruder. Let's see about that penalty. Going to be a late penalty personal foul against the Mustangs. Not sure exactly what happened there. It was a big pile I couldn't see. But add 15 yards on the end of that first down run.
Yeah, those plays are going to come back and bite you. I mean, they're very costly for West Jones here early in this ball game.
Mazingo under center. Hands off to Magruder, but Magruder's going to be met. Looks like Keegan Holmes had to do a double take. Keegan wearing number 88 this year on that Mustang defense.
Second down, 11 yards to go.
Holmes tried to, Magruder tried to get the edge, but Holmes read it like a book.
Yeah, you saw Holmes just flying in from that left side and just making a very good tackle for a loss there.
So 2nd down and 11. Hand off to Pugh. And another flag.
Bruder, the ball carrier, tackled out of bounds after a short gain. There is a penalty flag on the field.
So penalty on the play, downfield. Let's see what the early indication is.
Against Northeast Jones.
Northeast Jones going to be flagged for holding. So just looking at the drive so far, Kelly, have you noticed a theme about the right side running game?
They love to run it over there, Coach Reed.
So
the Northeast Jones 48-yard line.
just knowing what I know about the wing T, they are very good at lulling people to sleep. That's how this offense works. They lull you to sleep with one thing, get you looking one way, and all of a sudden you look up and somebody else has got the ball. So, but costly penalty there for the Tigers. Coach Hicks' defense is going to try to have a big play here. So Mazingo with a quarterback keeper and BB Hilton there on the tackle. BB's a guy that we called his name a lot last week. Had him on the coaches show in our first week of the season. 5'11", 180. He's the guy that flies to the football and probably the biggest hitter on our defense, Kelly.
Yeah, Coach Reed, he saw Mazingo keep that ball, and he just was waiting for him to meet him in at that line.
So Tigers making a couple of subs. Going to bring up about 3rd down and 19. Man in motion for the Tigers is Dekian Rogers. Pugh also in motion. Mazingo drops back to pass, looking deep. He's got a man, and looks like Rogers is going to drop the pass.
Like we said, Coach Reed, Mazingo is not afraid to sling it downfield.
And we see the arm. We saw the arm in pregame. We see that this guy can throw a really pretty ball. Put it right on the money. Rogers was the man on the left side, ran in motion to the top, and just continued his run. He got past the Mustang secondary.
Yeah, Coach Reed, if he would have made that catch, that probably would have been an easy 6 for the Tigers.
Absolutely. So back to punt is Ryder Lewis. Fumbles the snap, but still manages to get it off. So flag on the play in the area of roughing the kicker, but the ball hit the ground. So officials going to want to talk about this. Early indication is personal foul, roughing the kicker. Coach Hicks not too happy about that call, and I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, that's not a very good call there. I mean, that ball hit the ground, and you can see Coach Hicks visually upset about that.
So looks like it's going to be an automatic 1st down for the Tigers, who get bailed out after the punter fumbled the snap. Managed to get off a good kick, but the Mustangs, of course, so lots of confusion on the sideline, on the Mustangs sideline, as they have ruled a 1st down. So officials are going to gather and talk things through. Head official is Larry Green in the white hat, and he does signal 1st down. So some dumbfounded faces on the home sideline, but Mustang defense going to trot back out there.
Yeah, these are just ones that'll just come back and bite you like we were talking about, and not going in the way that West Jones wants it to go right now, Coach Reed.
So Tigers going to have the ball just on the other side of the 50. The matchup of number 17s at the bottom of the screen. That's Chandler Watson and Dekian Rogers, but looks like we have a timeout on the field by West Jones. We're going to be back on the Mustang.
Looking for the perfect ring or a trusted jeweler? Hill's In-House Jewelers has you covered. Owned by Laurel natives Jeff and Courtney Hill, they've been serving the community since 2010. From engagement rings to fine jewelry, custom designs to expert repairs, every piece is crafted and cared for on-site, never mailed out. Discover the largest selection of bridal jewelry in Laurel, right here at 1104 Sawmill Road. Hill's In-House Jewelers, all the sparkle, all in-house.
So that Mustang defense is going to trot back on the field. Northeast gets a fresh set of downs thanks to a controversial call on a roughing the kicker.
Not a call you want to see early, Coach Reed.
So 2 wide, man in motion as Pugh goes to the top of the screen. Mazingo fakes the handoff and pitches it out. And that looks like Magruder, who got bottled up in the backfield. Looks like B.B. Hilton involved in the tackle. Second down and about 13. I think they missed the heat timeout a while ago, so we're going to have another heat timeout. But we're going to keep it here, Kelly. So 5:36 left in the opening frame in Soso. And while I have a minute, I want to give a shout-out to our sponsors for this year's broadcast. First, we have WAYNE-SANDERSON Farms, Hills In-House Jewelers, and 601 Sports. These are 3 local Mississippi-made companies that need your support, and they are great local businesses who are supporting our students here at West Jones. So we really appreciate them. So walk me through what you've seen, what you've noticed so far, Kelly.
There's a lot of flags early, Coach Reed,
and
for both sides
honestly,
of the ball.
you expect that early in the season. A lot of mistakes from both teams, even the officials. A lot of mistakes from everybody. It's early on in the season. Everybody's got to knock the dust off themselves. So Mazingo going to have Pugh in motion again to the top of the screen. He's going to hand it off this time inside, but looks like a gain of about 2 on the play as Dante Sands is in on the tackle. Magruder, the sophomore, is bottled up.
Coach Reed, once you figure out what they're doing, it's easier to stop, but they're also not afraid to fling it downfield.
Right. So Dante Sands involved in that play. We called his name a lot last week. He forced a fumble, recovered a fumble last week. Number 8 on that defensive line. Mazingo drops back to throw. He's being chased by Sawyer Showles. And Mazingo throws a dangerous pass across the middle. Going to be caught. Looks like that was Pugh down the field inside the 20. So Tiger's going to have the ball in the red zone. Of course, a penalty marker on the field. We're going to see what that is. May have been an ineligible player down the field, as that the quarterback had to scramble, and one of those offensive linemen might have got a head start.
Yeah. Especially when, big number 9's running at you.
So you're going to call illegal forward pass as Mazingo had passed the line of scrimmage. And so that's going to negate a big play, Kelly.
Yeah, Coach Reed, it looked like he was just a little bit over the line when he threw that ball.
Yeah, I credit Sawyer Showles there on the pressure. Didn't actually make the sack, but caused Mazingo to pass the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, when you see Sawyer Showles running at you, with what a guy he is, you would not want to get tackled by him.
Right. So Ryder Lewis back to try it again. Lined up not very far away from the holder, and we almost got the block there. But Lewis's punt is going to be downed at the 19-yard line. by Cooper Cooley. And the Mustang offense is finally going to come back on the field. But if I'm Northeast, I know how explosive West Jones can be. So far, even though there's no score, it's gone exactly how they wanted it to go. They had a shot down the field. They just, it was there. They just dropped it. But a lot of time for that Mustang offense to stay off of the field.
Yeah, West Jones is trying to shift momentums here and just try to keep that ball away from Northeast as long as they can and try to get points on the board.
So Mustangs 3 wide, Caleb Holmes to Tootie Lindsay's right. 1 H-back in for the Mustangs. Lindsay going to fake the handoff, and that ball is going to be tipped at the line of scrimmage as Lindsay was under pressure. Looks like Mark Purvis, big number 99, got a paw on it.
Yeah, just another one of those dangerous passes that, I mean, it's early in the season and you've got time to figure it out, but that's just not a pass that you want to be making.
So going to be 2nd down and 10. Mustangs lined up at their own 19. Lindsay hands it off inside to Caleb Holmes, who has a pretty nice gain on 2nd down. Going to bring up 3rd and medium.
Yeah, we talk about Northeast being a run team. West Jones is also known to not be scared to run the football and not scared to throw it down the field.
So critical 3rd down as the Mustang offense is just got on the field. They need to convert here to keep that keep some momentum going.
Yeah, they need all the momentum they can get right now. Everything's been going Northeast way so far.
Yep. Just over 3 minutes left here in the first frame. Man in motion. High snap for Lindsay. Hands it off to Holmes. And a nice hard run by number 6, Holmes. But looks like ball might have been taken away. It is going to be a fumble. A strip by number 95, looks like. Who's 95 for Northeast? Percy Taylor may have just taken the ball away from Caleb Holmes. And now Northeast is going to be set up 1st and 10 at the Mustang 30.
Yeah, Coach Ray, just all this momentum is just shifting towards Northeast way right now. And the Mustangs have got to find a way to stop it.
Early penalties, early mistakes. Hopefully things are going to turn. But Mustangs feel confident about their defense, but this Northeast right where they want them here early. Zingo hands off to Pugh again, and nice job by Hudson Pierce being first to the ball in the backfield.
Made by number 88, Keegan Holmes, and number 13, Hudson Pierce.
Oh, looks like some extracurriculars going on the visitor sideline. Flags are down. And multiple flags down as going to be some unsportsmanlike conduct. We'll see who it's on. Coach is trying to corral their players and get their heads together. Looks like O'Kee Twilley going to come out of the game. Might have been the one involved, Kelly. So
Yeah.
O'Kee Twilley, a senior, 6'2", 215, called his name out last week, 4 tackles last week, had a big hit that we featured on our show in the highlights, stood a Laurel player up at the goal line. So unsportsmanlike conduct on the Mustangs, and that player has been ejected. Looks like number 1, O'Kee Twilley, will be ejected from the game. And Tigers are going to get 15 yards closer.
It's these flags, Coach Reed. Flags have been kicking them in the rear side right now, Coach
Yes,
Reed.
early mistakes, shooting ourselves in the foot.
Penalty spots for ball at the Mustang 15-yard line.
You're helping the other team out. You're really, just making a mental mistake early in the game. Coaches can't be happy about that for West. Another stoppage of play. Looks like an official's timeout as we check on a member of the chain gang. looks like
the chains may have fallen apart over there, Coach Reed.
Yeah, in the middle of the altercation, might have been the chains that had the worst punishment.
It's just these, like we've been saying, these penalties, Coach Reed. It's been penalties all night, and they've just been going northeast way. There's been penalties for both sides, but mainly for West Jones here early in this ball game.
Do want to thank you for joining us on the Mustang Network. 3:07 left in the first quarter. And in case you're just joining us, score is still scoreless here in Soso, but Northeast Jones, after some penalties, have been set up inside the Mustang red zone.
Yeah, this momentum is shifting towards the northeast side right now, and it looks like that these chains have fallen apart, and maybe that'll give us some time to cool down northeast right now.
Okay, so we'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
After careful consideration, I've decided to take my sponsorship talent to the SEC. Nope. Sorry, this would have been a lot cooler if I could actually put this hat on my head. Sanderson Farms, official chicken of the SEC.
We are back here in Soso. A lot of stoppages of play early, but still no score. 3:07 in the first quarter as the teams trot back out on the field. We're looking at a 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the Mustang 15-yard line.
Yeah, these penalties have been costly, and it's just looking all good for Northeast right now.
So Mazingo hands up the middle and breaks through a tackler. Looks like a gain of about 3 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down. Another stoppage in play, this time for an injury. As Natasha Hayes and Joel Pierce trot out on the field to check on the injured Mustang. Injured Mustang may be number 88, Keegan Holmes. As players have taken a knee for both sides, Coach Reynolds going to slowly walk out onto the field as we take a minute to pause in silence for Keegan, who's going to be helped up. That's a good sign. Like maybe a lower leg injury, Holmes, as Miss Natasha Hayes is going to help him off the field, head athletic trainer. And going to get a standing ovation from the Mustang faithful. So Mustangs in need of some momentum as we are coming to an end in the first quarter, about 2:44 left. 2nd down and about 7 yards to go. Tigers going to be lined up at about the Mustang 12.
Yeah, Coach Reed, it looks like Holmes just got a little banged up on that last play, but good to see him on his feet.
Tiger offense content to roll that clock and stay on the field as long as they can. Keep Tootie Lindsay on the sideline. So inside handoff, another flag
The ball carrier
is going to be down.
on the field.
It's like Bryson Dice. Bryson Dice, the ball carrier for Northeast, going to be brought down after a short gain. Let's see what the early indication is on the penalty. Going to be a holding against Northeast. So we'll back them up 10 yards. didn't seem like he really had a lot of time to hold, so he must have held really quick because that was a very quick play, Kelly.
As a West Jones Mustang right now, you're just happy to get sigh of relief as they back up 10 yards.
I'll tell you what, it's tough to run up the middle on that West Jones defense. A lot of size up there with Sawyer Shows, Trayvon Moffitt. As Mazingo drops back to pass, being pressured by Trip Van Fossen. Big hit by Hudson Pierce. No flag on the play as Mazingo's pass is going to fall incomplete.
Big hit delivered there by Hudson. Big hit there for Hudson Pierce. I mean, that really helped him there to make him give up the ball earlier than he wanted to.
So big third down play here. Cade Mazingo and the Tigers going to try to convert or at least get closer for a Colin Bartran field goal.
Yeah, you can expect them to run it here, but also you got to be on your toes just waiting for that pass from Mazingo.
Yeah, so we're looking at what would be from here a 40-yard field goal. So definitely in Bartran's range, but Tigers trying to get a closer look at it and really not smart play by the Mustang defense there. Had them stopped for a fourth down coming up. And Bryson Dice dropped the pass and just going to be a late hit on the Mustangs.
I mean, you can't do that, Coach Reed. I mean, that's just going to come back and bite you.
Just got to be smarter. Mustangs got to turn things around. I would not want to be a fly on the wall for that halftime speech for the boneheaded plays that have happened so far. I hate to be negative, but just a lot of mistakes early on.
Yeah, those mistakes, you gotta somehow find ways to get the ball down the field and stop their offense. You know, big guys up front, both sides of the ball, and you gotta find a way to stop them.
So will be a personal foul, half the distance to the goal for the Tigers. So head official Larry Green signals for fourth down. Chain Gang still has third down. So Tiger offense going to stay on the field. Well, last second they're going to rush Bartran out as Mazingo is going to hold for a field goal attempt by number 31, Colin Bartran.
Yeah, Coach, you got to be looking to try and block this and get the momentum back.
From here would be a 30-yard field goal for Bartran. His kick is up and is blocked, and is going to be picked up. Couldn't stay on his feet, but lots of penetration there on that field goal blocked by Wes Jones. Looked like Hudson Pierce that came up with it. Not sure who got a hand on it first.
Coach Reed, that is what they needed right there.
Absolutely. Momentum up into that point was all in Northeast favor. Thankfully, no points to show for it if you're a Mustang fan. But huge play there. If he wouldn't have blocked it, I think there were three other guys that would have. They got through that time.
Looked like both the Pierce twins that got through that line easily and just ready, and we're just waiting for them, Coach Reed.
Yeah, they jumped the snap for sure. So Tootie Lindsay going to come back out. 1:47 left in the first quarter. 1st and 10, Mustangs from their own 30. Inside handoff to Holmes. Has a seam on the left side. He's got a man to beat. He's going to be shoved out of bounds, that time by number 2, Michael Harrington. But not before a huge gain by Caleb Holmes.
Coach Reed, Holmes is one of those runners that if you do not get him down, he is going to keep going.
So Holmes senior, 5'11", 190. He's been the complimentary running back to Elijah Jones in the past. But this is his backfield now. So last week, 24 carries, 132 yards, averaged 5.5 yards a carry against the Tornadoes, and scored a touchdown. So a big start to the season for Holmes. He's going to be brought down here for no gain.
Brings up a fourth gain on the play. Jones brings up a second down. West Jones.
So Holmes probably had to take a breath after that run, as it sets West Jones up. Now 2nd down at the Tiger 31-yard line. Brought down on that play by number 90, Malik Woodland. Big guy up front, defensive tackle. Actually, Woodland's a defensive end, lined up on this left side alongside Carson Lyons. Lindsey going to take it himself on the right side. Flag on the play.
There is a penalty flag on the field.
Looks like in the area of holding. You guessed it. Another holding penalty in this game.
Yeah, they got to figure something out about the holding.
And to be honest, anybody who knows football, they would say you could call holding on any play. So most officials would agree that it probably has to be kind of egregious to get called. So obviously we don't have the advantage of instant replay, but head official Larry Green has seen quite a few so far this game that he considers holding.
And we've seen a good bit from both sides of the ball that have been costly for both sides.
So stacked wide receivers at the bottom. Lindsey going to hand off to Holmes. Holmes going to be pulled. Not sure if that was by the shoulder pads or by the face mask, but looks like Woodland again on the tackle. We just talked about Woodland. He's listed at 6'4", 240, which is big enough in and of itself, but there's no way he's 240, Kelly. He's looking more like 265 to me.
Yeah, he's looking a little bit bigger, and guys that are big like that are just going to be hard to stop.
So as the first quarter comes to a close, we are at no score here in Soso between the West Jones Mustangs and the Northeast Jones Tigers. We'll be right back here after a word from our sponsor. We'll take about a one.
Recently, we've been athletes here working in the office at West Jones. It hasn't been going so well.
Hey, T, you have those copies ready?
I hate when you did that.
Just let him cook.
Looking for the perfect ring or a trusted jeweler? Hill's In-House Jewelers has you covered. Owned by Laurel natives Jeff and Courtney Hill, they've been serving the community since 2010. From engagement rings to fine jewelry, custom designs to expert repairs, every piece is crafted and cared for on-site, never mailed out. Discover the largest selection of bridal jewelry in Laurel, right here at 1104 Sawmill Road.
We are back here on the Mustang Network as Lindsey is going to complete a pass near the original line of scrimmage to Parker Barefoot, making a gain of about 11. They're going to be 4th down and 9 coming up for the Mustangs. They've got a decision to make.
Yeah, Coach Reed, it's early in the ball game. I don't see why you wouldn't go for it here.
Yeah, so, well, you're kind of at that point, Kelly, where it's a little too risky for a long field goal, but you're too close for a punt. So they're kind of in that area where you might as well, because even if you don't get it, the Tigers, it's not like they're going to have great field position. So Lindsey drops back to pass, being pressured, makes a pass, and it's going to be caught short of the first down marker. Looks like number 11, Braden Powell, junior, 6 foot 165. And my mistake, he was across the line of scrimmage. He was across the first down marker according to the official at the top of the screen.
Yeah, Coach Reed, it looked like Powell had enough on that one just to get a first down.
So, are we going to have a timeout for a measurement?
Go get a measurement.
There's
Okay.
officials timeout for a measurement.
So
Officials timeout for a measurement.
chain gang going to come out. Not sure on the spot. Looks like it's just outside the 20-yard line. Would be a huge conversion. This is a big moment in the game early, Kelly.
A big moment. Because even if you don't get the first down, you still pin the Tigers deep back in your own territory.
I think that chain is still reaping what happened with the altercation earlier. Officials trying to get it straightened out. So going to be a Mustang first down. Huge catch by Braden Powell. So Tootie fit that in a tight window. Really nice throw by 7.
Yeah, both guys in the backfield can run, but Tootie's not afraid to throw in those tight pockets right there.
So Parker Barefoot and Braden Powell, stacked wide receivers on the bottom of your screen. Looks like Chandler Watson at the top of the screen, matched up in man coverage with the cornerback for the Tigers.
There's the penalty flag on the field.
And looks like some movement up front on the Mustangs.
15 yards to go. 15 yards to go.
I hate to beat a dead horse, no pun intended, but Mustangs shooting themselves in the foot with more early mistakes. 5-yard penalty going to back Wes Jones up. Going to bring up first down and 15.
There's another penalty flag on the field.
More movement up front. Flags are down, and you guessed it. False start. So, not going to make Coach Parker, Coach Reynolds, Coach Boover, guys that coach that offense and offensive line specifically, too happy.
You can see that they're upset. I mean, they're just getting too jumpy on the line, Coach Reed. And these penalties are just pinning them back deeper and deeper than where they should be at.
So first down and 20. I mean, and to be honest, you got to like the position you're in, considering you're not behind. The game's still tied. Little dump off pass to Holmes at the bottom of your screen, breaks a couple of tackles, going to run over a member of the Tigers secondary, and going to be a gain of about 8 for Caleb Holmes. Such a physical runner when he gets the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he's one of those that it's just you're gonna have to have multiple people to get him down. He's not one of those where one person's gonna get him down.
And he's not a big back. That's the thing. Like, the big back for the past couple of years for West has been Elijah Jones. You know about his size and physicality, but Caleb Holmes is only 5'11", 190. So Holmes lined up again, going to get the handoff, and he's got a seam up the middle. And speaking of Holmes, takes about 3 Tigers to bring him down. First down and goal set up for the Mustangs.
He's just a very physical runner, Coach Reed. He is not afraid to run it right up the middle and just block it and just.
Holmes lined up to the right again. Lindsey going to keep it to himself, but going to be brought down in the backfield by big number 95 on that defensive line for the Tigers. Looks like that was Percy Taylor. Called his name out once before. His second tackle of the game.
Yeah, Coach Reed, they just read that one like a playbook. They read it.
So Braden Powell matched up one-on-one at the bottom of your screen. See what the Mustangs decide to do here on second and goal. Man in motion. Lindsey going to find a man. Looks like a touchdown. A little slant route. And that's Ethan Jones for a Mustang touchdown.
What a pass on the dot by Tootie. I mean, you can't ask for a better pass than that, right in the hands of Ethan Jones.
And absolutely. Just a little, nothing special, just a little slant route. Mustangs put an H-back in motion to the left side, and Tootie threw it right back to the top of your screen to freshman Ethan Jones, as Cruz McKee is out for the PAT. His PAT is going to be up and blocked. Of course, in high school football, not able to return blocked PATs. So, but finally, with 8:50 left in the second quarter, West Jones is on the board, 6-0 over the Northeast Jones Tigers.
Looking for the perfect ring or a trusted jeweler? Hill's In-House Jewelers has you covered. Owned by Laurel natives Jeff and Courtney Hill, they've been serving the community since 2010. From engagement rings to fine jewelry, custom designs to expert repairs, every piece is crafted and cared for on site, never mailed out. Discover the largest selection of bridal jewelry in Laurel, right here at 1104 Sawmill Road. Hill's In-House Jewelers, all the sparkle, all in-house.
We are back here on the Mustang Network, almost set to kick things off after the Mustang touchdown. 6-0 West Jones. If you're just joining us, little slant route at the top of your screen. Little brother of Elijah Jones, Ethan Jones, wearing that number 10, going to catch his first high school touchdown in a big moment for the Mustangs. So Brian Alvarez, the lefty for the Mustangs, lined up to kick things off. Going to be a little sky kick, fielded at the 20-yard line, no fair catch. Tiger's going to try to find space across the field. Ball is going to pop out. Let's see who's got it. And the Mustangs are going to come up with the ball.
Lakias Martin.
Going to be recovered by Mustang defender Lakias Martin.
Number 21, Lakias Martin on the recovery. 21, Lakias Martin on the recovery. Mustangs take over first and 10 from the Tigers.
That is what you need, Coach Reed. Going down, scoring a touchdown, and getting a stop. Momentum coming back towards West Jones.
This is the definition of momentum killer for Northeast, who had it in the palm of their hand, give up a touchdown, think they're about to bring their offense back on the field, and Martin comes up with a huge play.
What a play by number 21, Lakias Martin.
Timeout, Northeast Jones.
So timeout by the Tigers, trying to collect themselves, and we're going to take.
601 Sports is now open for business in Laurel. At Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store, you'll find everything from hunting gear and athletic equipment to apparel and gifts. Come visit us today at 2139 Highway 15 North in Laurel. 601 Sports, we're a family business that's proud to serve Mississippi.
And we are back here in Soso on the Mustang Network. Thanks so much for joining our YouTube broadcast. We are at a point in this game, 8:40 left in the first half. 6-0 Mustangs over the Tigers. I'm Matt Reed alongside Mustang Network student baseball player here at West Jones, Kelly Dill. And Kelly, Mustangs could really open the door here with another score. Tootie takes the snap. He's going to look deep in the end zone. Touchdown, Chandler Watson. Watson got behind that Tiger secondary. And he's going to get his first touchdown of the season. Number 17, Chandler Watson with a huge play. Nice throw in the back of the end zone by Lindsey. Cruz McKee going to try to come out and put this one through the uprights.
Like you said, Coach Reed, it just looked like they Northeast had it in their hands, and like you said, Mustangs are finding a way to just slip away this one.
They just snatched you right away from the momentum. But flags down. Looks like somebody moved up front for West Jones. So McKee will back up 5 yards, and we'll try to do it again.
These false starts are going to really get into West Jones here early in this ball game.
So Hudson Pierce out to hold the ball for Cruz McKee, the lefty. And McKee's kick is up, and it is good. Mustangs lead 13-0. And we're going to stay right here on the Mustang Network while we get ready for the kickoff. Chandler Watson is a guy last week who, I'm just going to be honest, and he knows it better than anybody, missed a couple opportunities on both sides of the ball, dropped 2 or 3 balls that he knows he should have caught. He's a great player. Had a chance for a pick 6 last week, and just couldn't get his hands on it, keep his hands on it. But he really needed that. I think he needed that confidence. Probably lacking after last week's performance, but a really nice job of getting behind that Tiger safety and finding a score.
Absolutely, Coach Reed. You know, having a tough week last week and then making up for it right there will really get him back up and going for more.
So, a team with 2 left-footed kickers. Shout out to Josh Sullivan and all the left-footed kickers here at West Jones. But Cruz McKee on the PAT. Now Brian Alvarez comes out with another sky kick, almost identical to the last sky kick. Going to be fielded at the 20 by Northeast, and he's going to be wrapped up by about 4 different West Jones Mustangs. Mark him at the 36-yard line. Little extracurriculars after the play. Thankfully, no flags, as Dante Sands was involved in something away from the football.
36-yard line. Northeast Jones takes over. 1st and 10.
So, the sky kick, trying to keep things away from maybe a dangerous returner for the Tigers, trying to just kick the ball high to the sideline and give our guys a chance to go down and cover. So West Jones defense comes back out. Tigers in that wing T offense. 8:26 left in the first half. Mazingo going to inside handoff to Magruder. Magruder's got a little space, bounces off a tackler. He's got a first down and more. Going to be upended, but not before he gets into Mustang territory at the 48-yard line.
48-yard line. That's enough for Northeast Jones. 1st down.
So Caleb Magruder, the sophomore running back, undersized running back, but showed some toughness there after he got hit, get some yards after contact.
Yeah, Coach Reed, like you said, he's undersized, but just making up for it, getting that run game in.
So Cooper Cooley at the bottom of your screen, going to be blocking for A.J. Pugh, who's going to be tackled for a short gain off the right side. Tigers have really favored the right side running game so far early.
Looked like both the Pierce twins were on that one as well.
Yeah, if you watched the coaches show last night, we were privileged to have Harrison and Hudson in the studio. Had a really good interview. Just two fine guys, man. Like just great representatives for our school.
Absolutely, both of them are incredible at what they do. You know, both on and off the field. And
so
Mazingo on the field.
Mazingo gonna drop back to pass, looking for Pugh deep. He's got him open, and Pugh is gonna catch it. Gonna be brought down just shy of the goal line. Official gonna roll that knee down at the 1-yard line. But Mazingo able to find Pugh behind the Mustang coverage.
Like we say, Coach Reed, Mazingo is not afraid to throw that ball downfield.
So Tigers respond with a huge play to A.J. Pugh from Mazingo. And it's going to be 1st and goal from about the 2-yard line as Tigers trying to get the ball up the middle. Mazingo going to bounce off, and he's going to be brought down just outside the goal line.
Marked down at the 1-yard line.
Really nice job of Mazingo of managing to stay on his feet and try to find the pylon. So 2nd down and goal from about the 1-yard line. Tigers looking to punch things in against Cecil Hicks defense that doesn't give up too many scores, Kelly.
Not at all. They rarely give up any points on this.
So moving up front, going to be half the distance to the goal. Offsides is the indication on the middle of that defensive line.
Yeah, I mean, O-line and D-line for West Jones is just getting too jumpy here early, Coach Reed.
Offsides is the indication against West Jones. Offsides is the indication against West Jones.
So going to keep it at second. Oh, well,
Correction.
we called offsetting pre-snap penalties, and I've never seen that. So Tigers going to punch that one in across the goal line as they're going to get on the board, make it 13-6. Looked like on the prior play they called offsides and illegal formation or false start. Not really sure what the actual call was, but they offset the penalties, replayed the down, and the Tigers punched it in. So Colin Bartran up for the PAT had his last field goal blocked, swinging gate here by the Tiger special teams as Bartran's kick is up and good. So Tigers going to pull within 6. Is our score here in Soso with 6:30 left in the first half is Mustangs 13, Northeast Jones 7. Thanks for joining us back in Soso. 6:30 left in the first half as Jay-Z Gray is back to return the kick. Actually, Caleb Holmes is the deep man with Jay-Z Gray in front of him as Bartran's Braden Powell also back there. Bartran's kick on the PAT was good. Now he comes out for the kickoff. Decent kick. Going to be to Powell, fielded inside the 20. Powell going to try to cut across the field and going to be brought down by number 27 for the Tigers. Looks like Abrian Knight, number 27, senior Tiger player on that tackle. Going to be a heat timeout here in Soso. We'll stay right here on the Mustang Network. I want to say a special thanks to our sponsors if you're just joining us, WAYNE-SANDERSON Farms, Hills In-House Jewelers, and 601 Sports, who is now open in Laurel in the old Ruby's building behind the new Corn Dog 7. Definitely didn't need the heat timeout last week. Had an odd game last week where it was perfect weather in August. Temperature in the 70s. But I would say tonight we need it, Kelly. It's warm.
It's definitely warmer than last weekend, Coach Reed. You know, usually in August it's usually about 100 degrees, but last week it was just perfect football weather. It was a little muddy though, but they still managed to pull it out.
Yeah, you know, the good Lord teased us with some great temperatures last week, and it's back to reality in South Mississippi with temperatures in the 90s today. So Tootie Lindsay has Caleb Holmes to his left. Chandler Watson matched up on the bottom of your screen. 2 wide receivers at the top with an H-back. Lindsay going to hand off to Holmes. Holmes pushing the pile. And Big Bill Cooley, LSU commit, also pushing the pile. Going to be a gain of about 7 on the play by Holmes. Such a physical runner. Yeah, he did. So the pile got pushed. Looks like Bill Cooley, LSU commit, 6'6", well over 300 pounds, pushing Caleb Holmes forward. Actually got an 8-yard gain on first down. So second down and short. Let's see what the Mustangs maybe try to catch the Tiger defense napping on a second down and short. So Lindsey does hand off. They play it safe to Holmes up the middle. He's going to have a first down carry. So Holmes going to be stopped at the 47-yard line, but not before he gets a first down for the Mustangs.
Good job by the O-line just creating those holes where Holmes can just run through and get more yards. And
so first down and 10. Same formation for West Jones. Looks like another pre-snap penalty.
False start is the indication. Penalty flag on the field. False start is the indication.
Another false start on the Mustangs. Coaching staff asking who it was. Coach Crosby making sure it wasn't one of his wideouts. So Northeast Jones, the other storyline this year is Northeast Jones making the jump to 5A. We'll talk about that more here in a little bit. But Tootie Lindsay going to have 3 wide and an H-back, keeping Holmes pulling double duty as he stays in the game at running back. Tootie takes the snap. He had Ethan Jones, who caught the touchdown earlier, had him open, just off his hands, incomplete for the freshman.
Brings up a Mustang second down.
yeah, just had a little too much behind that one and just sails it over Jones' head.
Yeah, good pass by Tootie. I mean, it was on the money, but young receiver, big moment, like just a little dose of reality back after scoring his first career touchdown. So Lindsey takes the snap. He's going to be under pressure. Little fake, eludes some defenders, and nearly picked off. He was intending to go to Jones again, but the ball is going to be broken up by Dekai and Rogers. Rogers having a really nice game so far. I've called his name several times for the Tigers, but how about Lindsey being able to escape the pressure? I mean, he's special. Like, just got away from 3 defenders there, a little jump fake. Still managed to find a man, just couldn't quite get it out of the outstretched arms of Rogers.
Yeah, just what a way to
So going to bring up third down at about 15 for West Jones.
Penalty flag on the field. False start is the
And another pre-snap penalty is going to have Coach Reynolds losing his mind on the sideline. Back him up, third down and 20 coming up for Coach Reynolds' offense. Coach Corey Reynolds, his third year here at West, won a championship his first year, knocked out of the playoffs last year by a good George County team, and looking to have a great response in year 3. So Lindsey claps his hands, takes the ball, going to be pressured by Woodland, and hits Caleb Holmes in the hands. Holmes had a little bit of space, might have gotten loose if he had been able to hold on to the ball. Not sure he was expecting it, though, from Lindsey. So Mustang punt team and Leo Stinson are going to try it on the field.
Yeah, just another costly turnover for West Jones. I mean, hit him right in the hand, just falls incomplete.
Yeah, so it will be a turnover on downs after the punt from Leo Stinson. Stinson's punts look really good in pregame. Stinson takes the snap. Wobbly kick, but a nice one. It's going to take a Mustang bounce inside the 20. Tigers thought about picking it up, but going to be down at the Tiger 17-yard line. Looks like Brock Landrum, the long snapper, going to be the one to down that punt.
What a punt by Leo Stinson. I mean, yeah. I mean, after a stop like that, you just need a roll like that, and they get it.
So, yeah, what a way to change the field position. Leo Stinson, is a weapon for this Mustang special teams. 46 yards on the punt. Nice roll. Mazingo going to hand off inside to Pugh. Pugh going to be brought down after a short gain.
2-yard gain on the play. Brings up a 2-yard gain on the play. Brings up a Tigers
So
down.
another lefty for the Mustang special teams. You got Cruz McKee, you got Brian Alvarez. Now you got Leo Stinson on the punt team with his big left foot. Stinson's going to be a guy that might attract some JUCOs to his leg. He's got a good leg for a high school punter. So running back going to be bottled up. Going to bring up third down and about 6 for that Tiger wing T offense. So purge music playing here on third down. Crowd getting loud here at West Jones. Big third down coming up.
Known for the running Coach Reed. I mean, you can also expect maybe a little check-off pass or just a pass downfield, try and get the first down.
Penalty flags on the field.
Another flag on the play.
Against Northeast Jones. False start is the indication.
And what else could it be? False start is the call on the field. A lot of jumpy players from both teams tonight, Kelly.
Absolutely. I mean, both teams getting a little too jumpy here early in this ball game, and it's been costly for both of them.
Yep. So Coach Ryan Milner can't be happy with that, but it's going to back the Tigers up. Third down and 11, deep in their own territory. Tigers trailing 13-7. Going to send Magruder in motion up top as Mazingo looks to throw deep, and he's got a man. Pretty good coverage by Chandler Watson. Ball's going to fall incomplete. Really pretty ball thrown by Mazingo. Threw it where only his guy could catch it, but pass is going to fall incomplete. Going to bring up the Tiger punt team for fourth down.
Yeah, like we said, Coach Reed, once that run game is slowing down a little bit, you can expect them to throw it downfield. Just a little bit overthrown for Rogers, and maybe if he would have dove for that, he maybe would have had it, but good coverage by Watson downfield.
So Ryder Lewis standing at his own goal line ready to punt, the ninth grader. He gets the wobbly punt away, and it's going to take a Mustang bounce. Going to be down by the Tigers at about the 26-yard line. So mark it down as a 12-yard punt for the Tigers. A lot of pressure there on the punter. You know, young punter deep in his own territory, big away crowd. Just kind of hit it off the side of his foot. Took a Mustang bounce.
Yeah, when you're that young, you're not used to playing in these away games, and it can really, that adrenaline can get to you.
Yeah. I mean, this environment is not your average high school football game. It's pretty special here in Soso. So Lindsey, with Holmes to his left, going to give the handoff to him. He breaks a couple of tackles, and he's going to be up near a first down. Maybe marked just shy of the first down marker. Going to bring up second down and 1. So Ethan Jones lined up at the bottom of your screen this time as Lindsey going to go with what he knows, hand it to Caleb Holmes, who breaks a couple of tackles, gets inside the 5-yard line. Really nice run, hard run by Caleb Holmes. So Holmes is well on his way to another 100-yard game. I think you're going to see a lot of those this year with him, you know, kind of having the backfield to himself with the graduation of Elijah Jones. As Holmes going to get it again, I thought he was going to be in that time, but DJ Duff is going to bring him down shy of the goal line.
What a play by the Northeast defender, just to be there and just read it.
Yeah, Duff, 6 foot, 200-pound senior linebacker for the Tigers, saved a touchdown. So Lindsey Going to just keep it simple and give it to Holmes up the middle, who dives in, and he's going to be in for another Mustang touchdown.
I mean, Holmes is just one of those running backs where he's hard to stop.
Mustangs just content there to keep it simple. I mean, with the depth that West Jones has, they're able to wear teams down on with the big boys up front. So Holmes able to dive in and score. Cruz McKee's PAT is up and good. And 1 minute 15 seconds left in the first half. Mustangs now lead 20-7.
After careful consideration, I've decided to take my sponsorship talent to the SEC. Nope. Sorry, this would have been a lot cooler if I could actually put this hat on my head. Sanderson Farms, official chicken of the SEC.
601 Sports is now open for business in Laurel. At Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store, you'll find everything from hunting gear and athletic equipment to apparel and gifts. Come visit us today at 2139 Highway 15 North in Laurel. 601 Sports, we're a family business that's proud to serve Mississippi.
(20-7), 1:15 left here in the first half as Caleb Holmes dove in for 6. Cruz McKee's PAT was good, and the Mustangs are set to kick things back off to the Tigers. So Brian Alvarez lined up for sky kick again. And another pretty good kick, almost at the same spot, going to be muffed. And the Tigers are going to fall on the ball. Looks like maybe DeMonte Hosey, number 10.
Balls on the kickoff. The Tiger 27-yard line. Northeast Jones takes over. First and 10.
Brian Alvarez doing his job. I mean, I kicked sky kicks when I played, and I wasn't able to kick it to the end zone, so we ran sky kicks just to counteract teams that had good returners.
Yeah, when teams have good returners, like you said, you don't want to give it to them and make them make something big out of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to kick it back to 5. Five's shown that he's got wheels on that long pass from Mazingo. Definitely wouldn't want to see him on a kick return. So Mazingo actually out in the spread offense this time. 4 wide receivers. Mazingo takes a big hit. Looks like Trip Van Fossen got to the quarterback. There's a flag down in the field in the area of holding.
Line number 39, Trip Van Fossen.
It is going to be a holding penalty against Northeast.
Holding is the indication against Northeast Jones.
And I tell you what, I credit Mazingo there for standing in and taking a hit, managing to get the throw off, because Trip Van Fossen really got a hold of him on that hit.
Without a doubt, if that defender wasn't there, that could have been very bad for Northeast.
So Mazingo does manage to get up, and really tough player, Northeast, with time ticking here late in the first half. They're going to go back to the spread offense again in the shotgun, and the ball is going to fall incomplete at the top of your screen.
Yeah, they've been passing it these first 2 go-arounds, and they just hadn't been working out for Northeast so far.
Yeah, pass intended for Caleb Magruder that time, number 4. Might have actually been to Kyan Rogers, number 17. Just couldn't hang on to it. Don't think he really had a lot of green grass in front of him to run anyway.
You had two green jerseys right there beating him when he caught that ball.
So second down and about 20, less than a minute left. We'll see how risky Northeast gets before the half, down 2 scores. Mazingo looking left, going to be pressured, scrambles to his right. He's got a man downfield, but nice coverage on the play. So ball's going to fall incomplete. Scout Huddleston had the tight coverage on the Northeast receiver as Mazingo's pass falls to the turf.
You know, people have said about Scout Huddleston, he is a head hunter.
Yeah, and for a player like that, it's huge, because usually you're either a big hitter or you're a great cover player. He's showing that he can do both there on that play.
I mean, you couldn't ask for better coverage by Huddleston there.
Yeah, really no window for Mazingo to fit the ball in. And looks like it's going to be a timeout by the offense. So with 51 seconds left in the first half, Northeast is going to take a timeout. And as they take a timeout,
After careful consideration, I've decided to take my sponsorship talent to the SEC. Nope. Sorry, this would have been a lot cooler if I could actually put this hat on my head. Sanderson Farms, official chicken of the SEC.
as Northeast Jones uses their last timeout. 51 seconds remain here in the first half. Score: Northeast Jones 20, Northeast Jones 7, West Jones 20. So third down and about 20. We'll see if Coach Milner's team will just be content to run the ball here. Looks like they will. Big time play there by number 8. That's Dante Sands, who's going to bring the Tiger ball carrier down for a short gain and bring up fourth down in the Tiger punt team.
I mean, they passed the ball the last 3 or 4 times, so you were probably expecting a run there, and they read it like a playbook.
Looks like West Jones is going to stop the clock because they're going to force Northeast to punt. They saw the punt last time. They're going to put that freshman punter back on the field with 44 seconds left and see if they can put a drive together to get a few more points.
Yeah, that last punt by him didn't go very far, and it was that momentum shifted into a West Jones touchdown.
So that Mustang defense getting coached up by Coach Hicks before they come back on the field for the punt return. Looks like Tootie Lindsay and Braden Powell going to be back to receive. Snap is going to be key here. The snap and the catch are good. The punt is away. It is a wobbly end-over-end punt. Coach is saying to get away from it. It is going to be downed just on the other side of the 50. Mark it at the 46-yard line for West Jones.
Mustang 46-yard line. Mustang take over. At the Mustang 46-yard line. Mustang take over. 1st and 10.
So ends up being a decent punt for Lewis. Good job by him of switching the field a little bit for the Mustang offense to have more field to work with. So 29 seconds left for the Mustangs. They have one timeout, just one timeout with 29 seconds. We'll see if they put the ball in the air here.
What a job by the punter to pin them back deeper than they were on his last attempt.
We'll try to get you some other local scores at halftime, but with 29 seconds left, Tootie with 4 wide receivers. Holmes also in the backfield, going to block. Tootie looking downfield. Wobbly pass. It is going to be caught, bobbled around, and juggled, but caught by Jay-Z Gray at about the 35-yard line. Not the prettiest pass I've ever seen Seven throw. Not sure if it got tipped, but Jay-Z Gray comes up with a juggling catch just inside the 35-yard line. West Jones going to use that timeout. So we'll keep it right here on the Mustang Network. 19 seconds left. Tigers trail by 13 to West Jones here in Soso. Rowdy crowd tonight. Stands are full on both sides. People all around the track, all around the end zones in those tents. Really good atmosphere for high school football. So glad it's back, Kelly.
Yeah, me too, Coach Reed. So glad that it's back. So glad that we are finally kicking it back off. We've been waiting for months for it to be back, and it's finally here.
And while I have a second, I got a free ice cream out of this. Okay, Coach Parker, offensive coordinator David Parker, asked me to give a shout out to his son Henry, who's a ball boy for West Jones this year. He loves having his son on the sideline. So I said, if you give me a free ice cream, I'll give your kid a shout out. So I guess that goes for anybody listening too. If I get an ice cream, you get a shout out. Shout out to Henry Parker on the sideline. So Tootie Lindsay, 1st and 10, 19 seconds, no timeouts remaining for West Jones. He drops back to pass, and he's going to be sacked. Looks like number 76 on the right side of that line got beat, and he's going to be brought down on the play by Malik Woodland. So 2-1, Tootie going to spike the ball.
He can't have a shot, you got to get up on
No, that didn't start. Last week we did that. It was fine.
So we're calling false start here on West Jones. Tootie spiked the ball out of the shotgun. There's 0.7 seconds left on the clock. We'll see if West is going to take a shot downfield as the Tigers back up their secondary closer to the end zone. Got 4 guys back deep. Well, clock is going to run out. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but at the half, your score, Northeast Jones 7, West Jones 20. We're going to take about a 3-minute break, and then we'll be right back.
Recently, we've been athletes here working in the office at West Jones. It hasn't been going so well.
Hey, T, you have those copies ready?
I hate when he did that.
Just let him cook.
Most favorite thing of mine here is my students. All the students who come here for the first time, they've never been to a school in the United States before, they can't speak English, and they have a lot of fears. If you can imagine any teenager going to a new school and being very nervous, and then compound that with not being able to speak the language, that's what my students have to deal with. And one of my favorite things is being able to just calm their nerves and help them to learn to speak the language and learn to succeed in their classes. And ultimately, I get to see those kids start from nothing and then be able to communicate and make friends. And I get to teach them not only the language, but also our culture in our area, but our culture here at West Jones. And I love our culture here. We have a lot of sports, we have a lot of fun things that go on, but we have a lot of good academics here. And I think it's a good place for my students to come and learn.
Looking for the perfect ring or a trusted jeweler? Hill's In-House Jewelers has you covered. Owned by Laurel natives Jeff and Courtney Hill, they've been serving the community since 2010. From engagement rings to fine jewelry, custom designs to expert repairs, every piece is crafted and cared for on-site, never mailed out. Discover the largest selection of bridal jewelry in Laurel, right here at 1104 Sawmill Road. Hill's In-House Jewelers, all the sparkle, all in-house.
So we're back here on the Mustang Network. I'm Matt Reed alongside Kelly Dill. Start of halftime here and West Jones going to be on top of Northeast by 13. Not the prettiest game. Lots of penalties, lots of costly mistakes by both teams. But West Jones, nonetheless, has managed to be on top by 2 scores so far. Also, want to give a shout out to my family home watching, Melissa Reed, John and RJ, and Paisley, who's here tonight at the game. So, but for halftime, we're going to let you actually listen to the band. We had that was a request that was put in by a lot of people last week, is they want to hear the band from home. So we're going to turn it over now to first the Northeast Jones band and the West Jones band. We'll come back with our voices here in just a bit. You're watching the Mustang Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, the West Jones High School Marching Band presents their 2025 show, The West We Know. This production carries us through wide open ranges and dusty trails, where freedom stretches farther than the eye can see. Yet it also speaks of our own community, West Jones, a place of deep pride, enduring tradition, and a spirit of freedom that will never fade. The West Jones Band is under the field direction of drum majors Maggie Chen and Vivian Castillo. Drum majors, is your band ready? And now, ladies and gentlemen, the West Jones High School Band's 2025 production of The West We Know.
Here we go.
The West we know moves with the land. Slow mornings, quiet stream, and wide skies.
Should be 14. It was 3. Than it was when it was wet and rainy. You were worried if it was me. And it actually feels like people are I know. You know,
Out here we work hard, love our neighbors, and keep the fire of freedom burning in everything we do.
The flute soloist tonight was Maggie Chin, and our trumpet soloist was Chris Coleman. The West Jones Marching Band is under the field direction of band directors Cody Killens, Joey Killens, Lindsey Washington, and Mark Eltonson. Additional staff members include color guard instructor Lakin Valentine and drum major instructor Jessica Coates. We'd like to thank Scott Carmichael with Mac's No. 3 Convenience Store for their donations to feed the band tonight. And one more time, everybody, let's give up for a round of applause for the West Jones Mustang Pride Marching Band.
Good evening, Mustang Nation! We got the Community Bank Challenge tonight, and we're competing for $1,000. Let's go! Our first contestant is Aaliyah. Give it up for Aaliyah. Our next contestant is Molly. Both of our contestants are going to Ole Miss next fall. So, Molly, you ready? Aaliyah, you ready? On the count of 3. The first, well, my bad. 30 seconds to make the most through the hole, okay? Everybody good? When I say go, you throw it through the hole. All right, 3, 2, 1, go! Come on, give it up for him. Make some noise, student section! Come on, throw it! All right, get it in there now. There we go, we got one. 10, 9.
Time!
You're good, going up. It's not right past you. Hey, how are you?
And the winner is Molly LZ.
Last time through.
Special thank you to Community Bank and their sponsorship of tonight's Halftime Scholarship Challenge.
Soso, welcome back to the second half of football here in Soso. I'm Matt Reed alongside West Jones student Kelly Dill for the second half of football. And Kelly, 30 seconds remain till we kick things back off. But first half, obviously not a clean first half. If you're Coach Reynolds, I would imagine there was a pretty impassioned speech at halftime in that locker room for his players. But at the end of the day, you're up 2 scores, you're still in a good spot. and so the Mustangs are going to look to try to find some more of that momentum and clean their game up in the second half.
Coach, like you said, both sides, both teams were sloppy. You know, a lot of false starts, a lot of offsides, too many flags. Really need to try and limit that this half, as well as try and clean some things up, like making risky passes and risky flips when there are guys.
Absolutely. So we alluded to earlier in the half. We mentioned it, so we're going to come back to it later. But how about new districts? You know, every 2 years, MHSA reclassifies schools and puts them in new districts. You know, based on the geography of 6A, of 5A, of 4A, et cetera. This year, obviously, if you're a Mustang fan, you probably know a couple of changes to our district. PRC was in our district last year out of K-Rear, but they have since gone down to the Coast Division. So we have lost the Blue Devils out of our district, but we have picked up a formidable foe, somebody who took us down in the playoffs last year, and that's the George County Rebels. So that's the trade-off that we got. George County, speaking of, last score we had tonight, George County traveled to Ellisville tonight from Loosedale to take on South Jones. And South, last we heard, was up 14-0 over the Rebels in Ellisville. Another score we heard while I'm thinking about it was Hattiesburg in the second quarter up 10-7 over Laurel. Well, 10-9 at half actually now. So we'll try to keep you updated on those scores and a couple more. But as far as Northeast Jones Division, they have since made the jump to 5A. From 4A a year ago, they've been 4A as long as I can remember, and going up to 5A this year. Their district is now going to be Purvis, Van Cleve, Stone, East Central, and they will end their season by hosting the Wayne County War Eagles. So pretty, honestly, not a terrible division for them to be in. I know they're making the jump to 5A, but I think they have a chance for real success in that district.
Yeah, Coach Reed, they're one of those teams that they just improve every single year, and making the jump from 4A to 5A is going to be a big difference because you're going to face a lot more teams that you haven't seen, and a lot more teams that are going to be more tougher, as well as Purvis, jumping up. It's not going to be easy for them as well.
Yeah, well, the interesting wrinkle in all of this is that they're in 5A, but they're not in a district with Laurel or South Jones. Laurel and South Jones are actually in Division in Region 3, and Northeast ended up in Region 4. So interesting storyline to look on as we go throughout the course of this season.
Northeast Jones will receive
Coach Milner's
to
Tigers.
begin tonight's second half.
Northeast is set to receive the second half kickoff. Looks like Brian Alvarez is going to be back out for the sky kick, most likely. Back to receive the kick for the Tigers, Michael Harrington and A.J. Pugh for Northeast Jones. So we've got 24 more minutes left of football. Alvarez's kick is going to be received by A.J. Pugh, who's going to cut back near side, but it's going to be brought down by a couple of tacklers. Looks like Harrison Pierce got there first, and aided by a couple of West Jones defenders, maybe Ryder Walters also joining in on that tackle, number 23.
Yeah, West Jones has that momentum. Should have that momentum coming back after half. Like we said, Northeast thought they had it in their hands, and then it just slips away. And you're looking at a 20-7 lead for the West Jones Mustangs right now.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. We're looking to see if we can have a better start to the half. Didn't seem like in some cases that we were ready to play. Lots of mistakes and things like that. But now, continuing where we left off in the first half, we may set a football record tonight for false starts. 5-yard penalty is going to back the Tigers up deep in their own territory to about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, right off the bat, Northeast is just looking sloppy. Already jumping off sides.
So handoff to Pugh. He's got speed, got a little space, and he's carrying a defender, going to break a tackle. He's in the open field. He's got Martin to beat and going to be tripped up. But really nice job by A.J. Pugh of churning those legs and getting a big gain for the Tigers.
Yeah, we talk about Caleb Holmes, but what about A.J. Pugh just getting those defenders off of him and just turning them up downfield, and almost just had Martin to beat.
Yeah, almost broke
Martin put him down.
Absolutely. So good job by Lakias Martin of actually saving a touchdown. Handoff is going to be inside to Magruder. Magruder churning those legs, trying to follow A.J. Pugh's lead. Picks up about 4 on the play.
To the Mustang 42-yard line.
So ball going to be spotted at the Mustang 42-yard line. Northeast trying to put a drive together here early in the second half.
Yeah, trying to get that momentum back that they left on the field in that first half.
So Mazingo under center. The handoff to Magruder again, this time through the left side. He's got speed. He's got some space. He's going to be ran out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 20-yard line. So Mitchell Jones able to get there and cut him off and run him out, but back-to-back, really nice two out of 3 running plays for the Tigers here on this drive. This time Pugh back in the game, and he's going to break a couple of tackles. Going to be down inside the 10-yard line. Mark him at the 9.
Down to the 9. That's enough for another Northeast Jones. First down.
Tiger running game giving the Mustangs problems early here in the third quarter. First down and goal from the 9-yard line for Cade Mazingo's offense. Handoff again to Pugh. Pugh's going to break through, and he is going to be in across the goal line for a touchdown. Tigers answer. Really nice drive by A.J. Pugh and Caleb Magruder.
And to attempt the PAT,
Tiger special teams are going to trot Colin Bartran out on the field with that swinging gait. Extra point upcoming. And Harrison Pierce came flying through on that top side and almost got a hand on it, but Bartran's kick is good, and the score is 20-14 as Northeast cuts into.
Number 0, J.T. Gray. Number 6, Caleb Holmes. Number 11, Braden Powell.
We're back here on the Northeast Jones West Jones game here on the Mustang Network. As Bartran set to kick things off, got Braden Powell, Caleb Holmes, and J.Z. Gray that are all 3 back to receive the kick. 10:16 left here in the third quarter. Bartran's kick is going to be a short one, fair caught. Looks like Hudson Pierce is going to call the fair catch just inside his 30-yard line.
First and 10. Mustangs take over. From their own 29-yard line. From their own 29-yard line.
So Coach David Parker's offense going to get together come back out on the field, start at their own 29, hoping to build on the momentum of Holmes last time he was on the field.
Yeah, Northeast just running it out of the gates. Running out of the gates, and West Jones has got to find a way to answer back to that.
So Tootie Lindsay in the shotgun formation, hands off to Holmes.
Holmes, the ball carrier.
And he's going to be brought down for a gain of about 2
The ball to the Mustangs,
on the play. Not much doing there.
The ball to the Mustangs. Brings up a Mustang second down. Brings up a Mustang second down.
I'm obviously wish that the Mustangs would have got a stop there, but I am just a little bit grateful that we've gone a few plays without a flag.
Yeah, it's just, that's a part of it. Just trying to clean up that sloppiness that we had in that first quarter.
So Holmes going to carry close to a first down for West Jones. We'll see where the spot is. Looks like he's going to be just shy of a first down. He's going to be 3rd and inches.
Third down. Third down.
The ball spotted at about the 39-yard line. Got to think they're not going to get cute here. Got to think this is Holmes up the middle. Maybe Tootie pulls it for a keeper. Nope. Handoff is to Holmes, and he's going to have a first down. Only gained about 2 on the play, Kelly, but that's enough to move the chains.
Yeah, that's enough to move the chains. You need to be expecting that on a 3rd and inches, but you also got to be on your heels that Lindsay might keep in the run right back up the middle.
So looks like a Tiger player down on the field. Let's hope this is just a cramp, as the training staff going to come out there and give him a look. 8:59 remaining in quarter number 3. West Jones up 20-14. Want to thank you for watching our Mustang Network broadcast on YouTube. Shout out to our sponsors. We have Hills In-House Jewelers. We have 601 Sports in Laurel, and we have WAYNE-SANDERSON Farms. So thanks so much to our sponsors for making tonight possible, sponsoring all our home broadcasts on this West Jones football season.
And I could add about the new district. George County beat West Jones here in a heartbreaking loss last year, led by Deuce Knight, I believe, who is at now Auburn. And, West Jones has George County at George County this year, hoping to get them back this year.
As Lindsay takes the snap, hands off to Holmes again, and Holmes continues to carry the load for West Jones. West going to be content, similar to Northeast, just content to give it to their guy and see what he can do. So it's been a battle of the running backs so far in this game. So Lindsay pitches out to Holmes, but Tigers are going to read that one as Holmes is going to break a tackle and actually going to get a first down. It's going to take more than one guy to bring Holmes down. If you've ever watched him play, you know that one guy is not going to tackle him, which is really rare for a guy that's 5'11", 190.
Absolutely, and as well as just keeping those feet moving and not keeping them still allows them to just keep pushing and get some more yards.
So 3 wide receivers for West Jones. You guessed it, Holmes gets the ball. Going to be pulled back on the play, tackled by number 22 for Northeast Jones. That's Toby Jones. So Jones got his hands around the waist of Holmes and was able to pull him back, but not before a gain of about 5.
Yeah, Holmes has been very good at running the ball so far tonight. He's averaging a pretty good bit of yards tonight and hoping that he'll just keep that up.
So another handoff to Holmes up the middle. This time going to be brought down by Carson Lyons. So gain of about 1 on the play as Lions bottled up Holmes. You know, one thing I think about is Holmes has been playing offense, defense, special teams. We really start to see on a hot September night, we really start to see his conditioning, how much he can play on all sides of the ball late in the game.
Yeah, he's just been everywhere for this football team this year, and especially last year as well.
Another handoff to Holmes. He's got space on the left side, and a couple of Tiger defenders going to bring him down. Looks like that's Tevin Johnson on the tackle, but there is a flag on the play. Northeast is signaling that it's on Wes Jones. We'll see what Larry Green says.
Holding is the indication against Wes Jones. Holding is the indication.
Call is holding on Wes, so that one's going to come back. Going to be 3rd and long for Wes Jones.
Yeah, as soon as we thought they were about to pick up their sloppiness, it just comes right back and just punches them in the throat.
Yeah, penalties have definitely hurt both teams tonight. Going to be 3rd down and 12 as they look to the sideline for a call from Coach Reynolds. 6:24 left here in the 3rd quarter. Wes Jones up 20-14. You're watching the Mustang Network. Ball is going to be spotted at the Northeast Jones 49. So we'll see if this is 4-down territory for Wes Jones, or if they're going to branch out, throw it. And Tootie does drop back to pass. Ball's going to be tipped. And somehow the ball hits the turf. Ball seemed like it was in the air for an hour, as about 3 different Tigers got their hands on it. But it will fall incomplete, as there's going to be a heat timeout on the field. Going to bring up 4th down. I would imagine that we're going to see Leo Stinson come out for the punt team when we come back.
Recently, we've been athletes here working in the office at West Jones. It hasn't been going so well.
Hey, Tootie, you have those copies ready?
I hate when you did that.
Just let him cook.
So Leo Stinson does come out on the field to punt things away here to the Tigers. Ball is at the Tiger 49. Let's see if Stinson can hang one up. Quarterback Cade Mazingo back deep to receive. Stinson going to get the punt off, and it's a beauty. It turns over, perfect spiral. See if it can stay out of the end zone. And there is a flag down in the backfield. Let's see if that is in the area of roughing the kicker. So looks like Stinson's indicating that he got ran into. It will be a roughing the kicker call. So the same call that hurt the Mustangs in the first half, if you remember back when the controversial call was made of Wes Jones roughing the kicker. Now Wes Jones gets it in return, as Northeast Jones going to make a mistake and give Wes Jones an automatic first down.
Yeah, Coach Reed, they really did need that right there.
Absolutely. So five and a half minutes left, and Northeast thinks they're about to get the ball back with a chance to tie or take the lead, and instead Wes Jones is going to be set up at the Northeast 34. Lindsey takes the snap, looks deep, scrambles around, finds his man. That's Watson. Watson looks like he broke off his route, did a little comeback to the sideline, managed to keep a foot in, and really nice throw and catch from Lindsey to Watson.
Yeah, when Northeast Jones thought they had an easy 4 and out, the script flips and West Jones is decking there deep in their own territory.
So Lindsey takes the snap, hands off to Holmes. He breaks a tackle, and he runs over a Tiger defender, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Caleb Holmes. As I'm telling you, he broke a tackle, but Michael Harrington, he just trucked Michael Harrington at the goal line and managed to get in the end zone. Tiger is going to be limping off the field.
That's a bad man.
Looks
right
like
there, Coach Reed.
that's a bad man. That Caleb Holmes is a bad man. DeMonte Hosey is down on the field. Looks like we're going to have an official's timeout. He is down on the field. Now going to manage to get up and walk off on his own. Let's hope he's okay. Cruz McKee is out to attempt the PAT with 5:07 left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it looked like Hosey was the one that was limping off the field just then.
So McKee, his kick is going to be up and good. Pearson holds is good. So with 5:07 left in the third quarter, Mustangs going to add to their lead of 27-14.
After careful consideration, I've decided to take my sponsorship talent to the SEC. Nope. Sorry, this would have been a lot cooler if I could actually put this hat on my head. Sanderson Farms, official chicken of the SEC.
So 27-14, 5:07 remaining in the third quarter as your Mustangs are leading the Tigers. Week 2 of football action here as West Jones managed to defeat Laurel last week. Northeast fell in a heartbreaker to South Jones in the jungle, looking for their first win of the season tonight. Brian Alvarez with the kick. A.J. Pugh going to field it at about the 24. Breaks the tackle, but the pile is going to bring him down.
35-yard line. Tigers take over first and 10.
Looks like Ethan Jones involved on the tackle on that play as Northeast offense is going to come back on the field with exactly 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, like you said, Coach Reed, Northeast is trying to find a way to win their first game of the year, but it's not going to come easy when you're here at Mustang Stadium.
Absolutely. This is a tough place to play. I mean, well known in Mississippi high school football as one of the best environments in the area, if not the state. So, wing T offense, Cooper Cooley at the only wide out at the top of your screen. Zingo going to hand off to Pugh, who looks for space on the left side. But he's going to be brought down. Looks like, that was Braddock at the top of the screen. So, Mustang defense all within about 8 yards of the line of scrimmage, anticipating the run, stacking the box. Pugh, meanwhile, going to be brought down for a gain of about 3. It's going to bring up a West Jones defense third down. The clock is ticking, under 5 minutes now, and almost to 4 minutes left here in the third quarter, 27-14. So really big play here, upcoming. 3rd down and 6 for the Tiger offense. Let's see if West Jones can force a punt. So Magruder is going to be brought down, but not before he gets about 1 yard shy of the line of scrimmage. There is a flag down in the backfield.
Penalty flag on the field.
So another penalty
Illegal
flag.
shift is the indication against
Looks like an
Northeast.
illegal shift
Will be a 5-yard penalty.
is the call against Northeast. So we will repeat third down.
So this is much like the first half where West Jones was getting all the penalties and just pushing them back, and now it's Northeast getting pushed back and all these penalties.
Absolutely. So for Northeast, Noah Walters is going to trot off of the field, and we're going to have Northeast going to have Elijah Collins at the bottom of the screen, and a play action pass trying to find Magruder. Ball is going to fall incomplete. Harrison Pierce on the coverage and the flats for the Mustang defense. So Northeast going to bring out the punt team. And, you know, on this possession, this is what I'm looking at. It's a 2-score game, 3 minutes left. I think with a run-heavy team, probably not built to be trailing late in the game, is that kind of offense. But I think this possession, if we could find the end zone again, could be the dagger. So Ryder Lewis gets the punt away. It's end over end, going to take a Tiger bounce, and we'll be down just inside 35-yard line. 3:05 left here on the Mustang Network. We're going to take a break and be right back.
601 Sports is now open for business in Laurel. At Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store, you'll find everything from hunting gear and athletic equipment to apparel and gifts. Come visit us today at 2139 Highway 15 North in Laurel. 601 Sports, we're a family business that's proud to serve Mississippi.
So West Jones offense back on the field. Jay-Z Gray comes off. 2 wide receivers at the bottom, but instead Tootie is going to find his receiver at the top who breaks a couple of tackles. That's Ethan Jones again. So if you're used to seeing an E. Jones on the field wearing the number 10 jersey, don't adjust your television sets. This is Elijah Jones' little brother, freshman, who's making his second catch of the game. Tootie with a nice throw to Watson. I tell you what, that was close. I'm not sure. He didn't argue, but I thought he stayed up.
It looked like he may have kneeled just a little bit, but that pass may have been a little too low for Watson, though.
So halfway to the first down marker after a gain of 5, West trying to put together a drive that might ice the game. Bill Cooley, Bryson Cooley, going to manage to hobble off the field. It looks like hopefully that's just a cramp, but he's going to come off and get some medical attention. And onto the field is going to come number 61. Spencer Snyder comes into the game for West Jones, as does number 61, Wyatt Elsie. So Lindsey going to take the snap, pump fakes, looks, runs around the end. Holding is going to be called again, but it is going to be complete. Nice catch by Parker Barefoot, with what would have been a first down catch. But really, you know, with we were struggling to not hold to begin with, and then Bryson comes out of the game for an injury. So somebody's going to be guilty of holding while Tootie's scrambling.
Holding is the indication against West Jones. That's a 10-yard
So how about
remains second down. 10-yard penalty remains second down.
How about Spencer Snyder coming to the game on that offensive line? He's a junior. How about this, Kelly? 6'3", listed at 355. Is that a typo? So Holmes is going to get the pitch, but Northeast is going to read that one. And he's going to be brought down for a big loss. Loss of about 4 on the play. Holmes a little slow to get up, as he's had quite a load to carry tonight. And going to have an official's timeout for injury. Looks like a Northeast Jones Tiger down on the field. We'll step away for So we're back here on the Mustang Network. Still have an injury on the field. Medical team is tending to a Northeast Jones Tiger that we have not been able to identify yet. But hopefully he's okay. Minute and 13 seconds left here in the third quarter. West Jones leads by 13, 27-14. And going to be a third down and long upcoming after a holding penalty while Tootie was scrambling, a holding penalty in the backfield. The story of the game has unfortunately been the penalty. Mustangs still lead by 2 scores, but early on in the season, you're going to have, like we said before, you're going to have a lot of mistakes, and hopefully this is something they can build on and come back better next week.
Yeah, the main thing for tonight is penalties and injuries.
Right. So a lot of people cramping. Like I said, last week felt amazing outside, and temperatures in the 70s last Friday night, even though the field was wet. Conditions here tonight are just brutal. A lot of humidity, very hot on the field. Looks like EMSERV, EMT is going to come out and tend to the injured player for Northeast. We'll let you know who that player is as soon as we can see him get up. Hopefully, thoughts and prayers with the Northeast Jones player. Looks like his parent coming out on the field, but we're going to take a break here, hear from our sponsors.
I love the kids. I have several siblings of students that I've taught throughout the years, and so it's great to see full circle how some of these kids have come from their siblings. I love being from West Jones because a lot of my kids, former and current, I get to see out in the community. They work at the restaurants, the businesses. A lot of them come to the sporting events that my own children play in. And so it's a sense of community, whether you're at the school or outside the school, because we see each other and we support each other. And my kids know that I love them and I love seeing them succeed inside of school and outside of school.
Hey Marty, what'd you get? All nays again, Marty? That's so not fair.
Looking for the perfect ring or a trusted jeweler? Hill's In-House Jewelers has you covered. Owned by Laurel natives Jeff and Courtney Hill, they've been serving the community since 2010. From engagement rings to fine jewelry, custom designs to expert repairs, every piece is crafted and cared for on-site, never mailed out. Discover the largest selection of bridal jewelry in Laurel, right here at 1104 Sawmill Road. Hill's In-House Jewelers, all the sparkle, all in-house.
We're back here on the Mustang Network. One good report coming out of the break is even though the injured player on the field was number 3 for the Tigers, DJ Duff, he was able to get up, got a standing ovation from the crowd. So really hope everything is okay with him, but certainly a big loss if he's not able to return in this game.
Absolutely, a big loss for the Tigers, but it's good to just see him get back up on his feet and walk off.
So Lindsey comes back out on the field, 3 wide, rolls to his right, going to be pressured, trying to scramble, and he's going to be tripped up. Looks like a helmet is on the ground. Brought down a shoestring tackle. Also involved in the tackle is Carson Lyons, but now we have an injured Mustang on the field. Is that Lindsey?
Yep.
So Tootie is now down on the field, hoping that's nothing serious. But I do know he tried to scramble, couldn't quite get away from a tackler who brought him down from behind by grabbing his foot, grabbing his foot or ankle from behind. Also had a big body, Carson Lyons, falling on him. Let's hope he's all right. Both teams, like to see that sportsmanship. Both teams taking a knee. Lindsey is going to walk on his own off the field, get an ovation from both teams. Toby Jones comes to show good sportsmanship from the Tigers and give him a little fist bump.
Brings up a Mustang 4th down. 4-yard line. Brings up a Mustang 4th down. Number 14.
So Mustangs not going to have to trot out another quarterback just yet because it's 4th down. Ball is spotted at the Mustangs' 44-yard line as Leo Stinson is going to see if he can have another great punt.
Yeah, as a Mustang, that worries you to see Tootie just limping off the field.
Yeah, gotta hope. Everybody in the stadium just holding their breath to see if Lindsey's okay. So Stinson's punt is another pretty good punt that does turn over. It is going to take a Tiger bounce, though, and it's going to be down at about the 33-yard line.
The Tigers, 33-yard line.
So 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Northeast down 2 scores to West Jones. We're going to see if we can get you some score updates from the area. We'll let you know when we have those. But thanks so much for watching our broadcast. We've got consistently 400 devices at a time that are watching the game tonight. So really nice to see everybody supporting the broadcast, and thanks so much for tuning in. Another pre-snap penalty.
County flag on the play.
And looking to see who this is on. I don't see a flag on the field. Correction.
No flag on the field.
Maybe a clock issue is we're going to let the clock run down, and we're going to head to the fourth quarter. 12 minutes left to play as the Northeast player is going to take a knee to end the third stanza. 27-14 as the Purge is playing here in Soso. We'll be right back.
.601 Sports is now open for business in Laurel. At Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store, you'll find everything from hunting gear and athletic equipment to apparel and gifts. Come visit us today at 2139 Highway 15 North in Laurel. 601 Sports, we're a family business that's proud to serve Mississippi.
After careful consideration, I've decided to take my sponsorship talent to the SEC. Nope. Sorry, this would have been a lot cooler if I could actually put this hat on my head. Sanderson Farms, official chicken of the SEC.
So as we flip the field and start quarter number 4, Northeast Jones offense is going to come out and start at their own 30-yard line. Everybody in the box as Mazingo is going to roll to his right, looks for a receiver downfield, coverage on the play by number 19, and a flag is going to come down from the back judge. So Derek Dean on the coverage. Official is going to throw the flag in the area of defensive pass interference. Obviously, not a great view here from me. I couldn't tell if his hands were on his back or not. Official did have a great look at it. I will say that. Mustang Faithful does not agree with the call, to say the least, as it's going to be a first down for Northeast. Ball spotted at their own 45-yard line, 11:50 left, as Northeast trails by 2 scores. And handoff is going to be up the middle for a Northeast Jones first down. That's A.J. Pugh, well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's going to check out of the game, though. Still going to have Bryson Dice in that backfield, number 6. And checking into the game is going to be Michael Harrington into that Tiger backfield.
Both the running backs for both teams have been outstanding tonight.
So Harrington comes into the game, is going to get the handoff, runs to the right for a gain of about 6.
39-yard line, brings up a Tiger.
So Scout Huddleston going to check out of the game. Wyatt Elsie going to get in there on that defensive line, trying to put another big guy up front on 2nd down and 4. So Harrington is the ball carrier.
That's enough for another Tiger first down. That's enough for another Tiger first down.
But like Derek Dean and Chandler Watson got in on that one for the Mustangs, tackling Harrington.
Yeah, lots of names being called by the Mustang defense early on this year. You know, some new faces in there as well. Mazingo going to inside handoff. That's Bryson Dice. And a really big hit by Mitchell Jones, just a freshman, but came out of that safety position and laid the wood on Bryson Dice.
I mean, what a hit by Mitchell Jones. I mean, honestly, if he doesn't hit that, he's probably getting a few more yards out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So 2nd down and 4 as the Tigers continue to drive just outside the 20-yard line, knocking on the door of the red zone. Zingo rolls out, looking for a man downfield, almost intercepted, and it is picked. Lakias Martin having himself a night. Costly mistake by Mazingo as he underthrew his receiver. Not sure if there was miscommunication on the route, but receiver really, was 4 or 5 yards farther down the field, and Lakias Martin, I mean, it's kind of like, look what I found. And he turned around and the ball was in his lap.
You can't ask for better placement there. Lakias Martin just in the right place at the right time, and he's having himself a game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Had the fumble recovery in the first half. Now with a pick, probably you could argue the defensive player of the game so far with those 2 big plays. So Mustang offense coming back out. And instead of Tootie Lindsay, that's going to be Braden Powell lined up at quarterback. You know, Lindsay hobbled off the field last drive. And Powell going to hand off to Holmes.
Holmes, the ball carrier.
Holmes going to charge ahead for a gain of about 3.
Gain 4 yards on the play brings up a Mustang second down. Gain 4 yards on the play brings up a Mustang second down.
So currently the Mustangs playing without number 7, Tootie Lindsay, and without number 63, Bill Cooley. Both of those guys on the sideline with injuries. So got to hope both of those guys are okay. But the Mustangs now facing a 2nd down and 6 deep in their own territory. 9 minutes remaining in the game. Mustangs still up by 13 points. So Powell scrambles. He's going to find Watson. They're going to rule that his knee was down, so a short gain. But you know, how about the confidence, Kelly? How about the confidence of Coach Corey Reynolds and David Parker throwing Braden Powell in the game and throwing the ball deep in their own territory? That shows a lot of confidence in that young man.
Absolutely, it shows that they can trust him to, you know, fill in the shoes of Tootie Lindsay, but also, you know, you had a few of the D-line just coming right at you and just had to get rid of the ball to not give up a big loss.
Yeah, just really, you know, tough player. Powell's a junior. He's going to hand off here to Holmes, who's going to be brought down in the backfield. That's Tevin Johnson, who was there to bring down Holmes. And back to the original line of scrimmage. And Leo Stinson and the punt team going to come on. Maybe the distance of the kick, not as important here as it is just to catch the ball cleanly, get it off, not step over the back line. You know, don't want to give Northeast easy points down here. So Stinson's heels on the line. And you'll see the snap is a good one. Catch, the kick is a good one. It hangs up there. Man, you can't ask for better than that. So Leo Stinson fired up. Punt is going to roll dead at the Tiger 43. Huge play by the West Jones special teams to flip the field.
Yeah, what a punt by Stinson, you know, just trying to pin him back deeper than you initially would, you know, getting that good roll and pinning him back deep.
So 51-yard punt by Leo Stinson is going to back the Tigers up in their own territory. 7 minutes, 9 seconds remaining. Pugh going to get the handoff, looking for space on that right side, but he's met at the line of scrimmage by a host of Mustangs. Looks like Hudson Pierce in on the tackle. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Northeast offense not built probably to be down by multiple scores late in the game. Not a pass-heavy offense. You know, you got to think West Jones is in a good spot here, up 2.
Yeah.
So Pugh going to be bottled up at the line of scrimmage. Actually, a little bit of a loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down and about 10. Give him a yard. So 3rd down here. Obviously, Kelly, 3rd down and 9, but this is 4-down territory for Coach Milner and his team. You know, down 13 points, 6 minutes remaining. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. Heat timeout as we approach the 6-minute mark of the 4th quarter. So with that heat timeout, we're going to take a
Looking for the perfect ring or a trusted jeweler? Hill's In-House Jewelers has you covered. Owned by Laurel natives Jeff and Courtney Hill, they've been serving the community since 2010. From engagement rings to fine jewelry, custom designs to expert repairs, every piece is crafted and cared for on site, never mailed out. Discover the largest selection of bridal jewelry in Laurel, right here at 1104 Sawmill Road. Hills In-House Jewelers, all the sparkle, all in-house.
We are back here on the Mustang Network. Big 3rd down and 9 coming up for Northeast Jones. We do have a couple of local scores that we're going to give you. But first, let's see what happens with this play. Mazingo and his offense back out there as the clock is going to roll. Mazingo looks to pass. Looks like a hold is going to be the call, but the pass is deep. And it is a touchdown for Northeast Jones, but there is a penalty. Hold everything. Dekai and Rogers got behind the safety, and a really nice throw by Mazingo. But I'm sitting right here on the 45-yard line and saw number 8 for West Jones, Dante Sands, got held by a member of that offensive line.
Yeah, if Dante Sands was not being held there, that's probably an easy sack for him.
Yep. So one of the Northeast Jones linemen is going to get a fistful of jersey and is going to cost the Tigers a touchdown. Honestly, though, if he doesn't hold, I really don't know if Mazingo gets the ball off, to be fair. So, but how about the arm? How about the arm by Mazingo? Really long pass, and Rogers timed it well, got under it, made what would have been a touchdown catch. So as we have another timeout, this time by Northeast Jones, 2 timeouts remaining for the Tigers. Kelly, you said you got some scores?
So, these are some local scores. South Jones beats George County by a score of 35-6. In the 3rd quarter, Hattiesburg leads the Golden Tornadoes down there in Hattiesburg 17-9. As well as Petal is down to Ocean Springs, a very good Ocean Springs team down there in Ocean Springs by a score of 27-17.
So you heard it here. How about what stands out to me? Next week, Mustangs take a trip to Ellisville, a few miles down the road, and South coming off a good win. I'm not sure what George County has left this year. Each year is different in football. A lot of kids graduate. You lose a 5-star quarterback, but you got to think going on the road to South Jones and losing 35-6, and not many people expected that. I don't think.
Especially from a season that George County's coming off from last year with that 5-star quarterback, they probably were not expecting that.
So 3rd down and 20. Pugh goes in motion. Mazingo throws deep. He's got a man, but pretty good coverage there by Lakias Martin.
Man, what a game Lakias Martin is having today.
So Rogers might have had a step on him, but I mean, Martin was all over him. Really nice game. We called his name a lot. I don't have a trophy, but I'm awarding Lakias Martin, Defensive Player of the Game. So Rylan Newcomb is going to check into the game as the Tigers are going to have the punt team out. Down 2 scores, but you really don't have a choice. Some of the Tiger faithful probably wanting the Tigers to go for it, but they're in their own territory. It's 4th and 20. They're just going to give the ball back to West Jones and trust their defense to get a stop.
Yeah, West Jones is figuring something out on defense, stopping the run game and forcing them to pass the ball. But, they are a run-heavy team, so they're not going to pass the ball a lot, but West Jones is doing a good job of making them pass the football downfield.
So, shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. But how about in this age of technology, even a fan from Thailand is tuning in to the Mustang Network. So, shout out to our viewer from Thailand all the way to Soso. So handoff is going to go up the middle
ball carrier.
to Holmes.
2 yards on the play. He brings up
He's going to be stood up after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. As Tootie Lindsay, another drive for West Jones without him. That is still Braden Powell back there under center or in the shotgun for West Jones.
Yeah, as a Mustang fan, you're hoping that, Bill Cooley's back in there and Tootie Lindsay's back in there. It's early. It's the second week of the season, and you hope that they are not out for long.
Right. So handoff to Holmes again up the middle. And West Jones content just to let this clock roll as we are under 5 minutes remaining in this one. With Lindsay and Bill, I get the idea that we're just being cautious, and the game seems under control at this point as Northeast is trailing by 2 scores. You got to think if this was a critical moment in the game that they would be able to play. Just my gut feeling, but I think coaches are probably being a little cautious with their 2-star players, and understandably so. So movement up front might have been barefoot at the top of the screen.
Is the indication against West Jones. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
So it may have actually been Will Pickering, the center, that got a little bit of a head start. But nonetheless, it's going to be third down and about 12 for West Jones. So under 4 minutes, 3 wide receivers. Northeast still with 2 timeouts, I believe. But not much they can do here as West Jones is content to just let that clock roll.
Yeah, if West Jones scores here, that could be the ball.
West Jones. There's timeout on the field.
So timeout on the field by West Jones. Third down and 12 upcoming. And we will take a short break.
601 Sports is now open for business in Laurel. At Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store, you'll find everything from hunting gear and athletic equipment to apparel and gifts. Come visit us today at 2139 Highway 15 North in Laurel. 601 Sports, we're a family business that's proud to serve Mississippi.
We're back here on the Mustang Network. You're watching our YouTube broadcast of Week 2 as West Jones leads 27-14. 3:32 remaining in quarter number 4. If you're just joining us, it has been a penalty fest. A very long game as we are approaching a quarter to 10. And we have third down and 11. Braden Powell receives the snap, hands it off to Holmes, who's got to have at least 30 carries tonight. It's going to bring up fourth down as Leo Stinson going to come back out for the Mustang punt team.
Aside from let's talk about how good Stinson's been punting the ball. He's been punting.
He's been a weapon for sure. Anytime you can flip the field like he's done, and if you watched Mustang football last year, it was the same way. He was a huge weapon in field position. So Stinson gets off another spiral that turns over. Going to be fair caught at about the 37-yard line by Mazingo. So with 2:42 now remaining, you got to feel pretty good about where we're at here. It wouldn't surprise me if the Mustang secondary backed off a little bit just to take away the big play. So those safeties, maybe look for them to play a little deeper here. These wide receivers for Northeast have gotten behind your defense on at least 2 different occasions. For one of them was a big play, and one of them was called back due to penalty. But let's see how Mozingo responds here. So handoff up the middle. That's Bryson Dice. He's going to be brought down by big Sawyer Shows. Also involved in the play was a familiar face on the Mustang Network, Hudson Pierce. So as the clock ticks, you got to think the Tigers are going to find the air if they want to get back in this one.
Yeah, like you said, not much ball game left. Trying to find a way to get back in there.
So Mozingo does drop back. And who else but Lakias Martin with the interception? He's going to be upended, but not until he gets inside the Tiger 40-yard line. Under 2 minutes. Mozingo never saw Lakias Martin. And I got a feeling that Lakias Martin might be our player of the game.
What a game Lakias Martin has had today. 2 picks and a fumble recovery. You can't ask for better than that.
So Martin, with 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery, had 4 tackles last week. Not sure on his tackle total for tonight, but he's having a great junior year. I mean, how about week 2 against a cross-county rival? He probably grew up playing against most of these guys from Northeast, so this game doesn't have any playoff implications, but bragging rights. You think about having a big night against guys that you grew up with. So as Jay-Z Gray is going to check onto the field in the slot, so 3 wide receivers as Braden Powell takes the snap. You guessed it, hands off to Holmes. But the clock, the friend here of Wes Jones and Coach Corey Reynolds. Northeast going to call a timeout with 1:44 remaining. We do have a little bit of a situation here in Mustang Stadium as security is pursuing someone outside the stadium. Something started brewing over here on the home sideline. Not sure what all that's about, but let's hope justice is served. So 1:44 remaining. All the crowd on their feet trying to see. Got a little more than they bargained for tonight with a little chase by Protect. So we will resume football. 2nd down and 12 as Powell going to take the snap, hands off to Holmes. He can't quite break through a tackler, and looks like Dawson Braddock from his linebacker position going to be involved in the tackle. Son of former Northeast Jones coach Keith Braddock. Junior season for him. So we have another timeout by Northeast. 1:34 remaining. I believe that was their last timeout. 1 timeout remaining. Correction. 1 timeout remaining for the Tigers as we have 3rd down and 10 upcoming. 3rd down and about 12 actually upcoming.
I mean, if you're Wes Jones here, you're just trying to run out the play clock at this point. You're up by a lot. You're just trying to run out this play clock.
Yeah, for sure. That game clock is 1 minute and 34 seconds, and so we're 1 minute and 34 from being 2-0, heading to Ellisville next week. Every game is not going to be pretty, but when you do play ugly, can you still find a way to win? That's Powell's going to be part of that. So Powell going to look to pass. He has a man, Watson, who makes the catch. Looks like there might have been a little interference down the field. I think it's going to be on the defense. So it was 17 on 17. Watson on the catch. Dekayan Rogers was the man who was beat. It is defensive pass interference, signals Larry Green. The penalty will be declined. But how about the answer there? You know, you're going to use those timeouts. Okay, well we're gonna open up the passing game. You've been keying on the run because we've had Caleb Holmes carry the ball for about 20 straight plays. It seems we'll just throw it out to Chandler Watson with our backup quarterback.
Yeah, and you know what a job to just throw it off his back foot, just throw it right to Watson.
Yeah, absolutely. I think kind of lulled Rogers to sleep out there at the cornerback position. So Powell goes to pass again, going to be chased. He's got some space on the left side. He's approaching the pylon, going to be cut down inside the 5. But really nice job of improvising by the backup quarterback, Braden Powell. He's making the most of his opportunity with Tootie, unfortunately, on the sideline. So there is an injured Tiger on the field with exactly 1 minute remaining. And Tigers trail by 13. West Jones trying to punch another one in as we close out this game. We're going to take a short break here on the
After careful consideration, I've decided to take my sponsorship talent to the SEC. Nope. Sorry, this would have been a lot cooler if I could actually put this hat on my head. Sanderson Farms, official chicken of the SEC.
601 Sports is now open for business in Laurel. At Mississippi's hometown sporting goods store, you'll find everything from hunting gear and athletic equipment to apparel and gifts. Come visit us today at 2139 Highway 15 North in Laurel. 601 Sports, we're a family business that's proud to serve Mississippi.
So we're back here on the Mustang Network. Injured player on the field was able to get off. And so Mustangs are going to have the ball first and goal after the nice scramble by Powell. Powell puts a man in motion. And Holmes going to get the handoff. He's close to the goal line, but he's going to be stacked up at about the 2.
Takes the ball down to the Tiger 2-yard line.
So clock rolling, 25 seconds left. I don't know if we'll have to take another snap. Coach Reynolds is going to call them off, and that's going to be the final play here in Mustang Stadium. Mustangs win. Your score, 27-14, as the Mustangs improve to 2-0 on the season. Northeast going to fall to 0-2. We'll come right back and wrap the game up here on the
Looking for the perfect ring or a trusted jeweler? Hill's In-House Jewelers has you covered. Owned by Laurel natives Jeff and Courtney Hill, they've been serving the community since 2010. From engagement rings to fine jewelry, custom designs to expert repairs, every piece is crafted and cared for on-site, never mailed out. Discover the largest selection of bridal jewelry in Laurel, right here at 1104 Sawmill Road. Hill's In-House Jewelers, all the sparkle, all in-house.
And if you're just joining us, you missed it. West Jones is going to pull away for the win, 27-14. Not the prettiest game, Kelly, but a win's a win. You improved to 2-0. Film study this week probably won't be pleasant for quite a few members of both teams. But you live, you learn, You learn from your mistakes. You move on. You get better. Northeast, not sure. We have their schedule. Northeast is actually going to go to Newton County next week for a non-district matchup in Decatur. West, however, is going to go to a South Jones team that is also sitting 2-0 and coming off a confidence-building win, a blowout win of the George County Rebels. But Kelly, I think Kelly has a couple of score updates for us.
All right, so at the end of the third quarter, it is Hattiesburg 24, Laurel 15, as well as a few halftime scores from a while back. Seminary led Collins 34-6, Leake Central led Wayne County 34-31, and Ben's Ford led Silva Bay by a score of 22-16.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us here on the Mustang Network. I am Matt Reed alongside Kelly Dill. We are only broadcasting home games. So next week we'll be in Ellisville, no broadcast on the Mustang Network. But on September 19th, we'll be back right here in Mustang Stadium as the West Jones Mustangs host the North Pike Jaguars. Kickoff at 7 p.m. Thanks so much again to our sponsors, WAYNE-SANDERSON Farms, Hills In-House Jewelers, and 601 Sports in Laurel. For Kelly Dill, I'm Matt.